That's the right window. Beautiful. Hello, people. Late night on a Thursday. How y'all doing? Ugh. These late night streams, sometimes they are the most fun, because you know what? Staying up late anyway, playing games like Flesh and Blood feels great. Sometimes I really want to sleep. Tonight, though, is not one of those sleepy nights. Tonight, I legitimately want to, like, just blast through a ton of Levia games. Unfortunately, going to bed right now, 1 a.m. here. James? Oh, James Adams. Oh, you must be UK James. There's literally another James Adams, who is a Iyslander player, and he lives in, like, Chicago or something. So that's who I immediately jumped to. But you must be the UK James. Well, that's alright. Yeah, UK James. Okay, well, cool. Go to bed. Catch the VOD in the morning. Thanks, man. You are USA Peyton. You know what? Maybe that's just how we introduce it. No more Man Sant. I'm USA Sant. Also, yeah. No, I can't. I mean, I could say Chilean Sant, but I really don't want to. My Chilean citizenship is not very earned. Alright. Anyway, the stream tonight is pretty much going to be just a ton of Levia gameplay. I really want to do like a mock tournament run again. Try hard, please. A mock tournament run again, like I did right before Nationals with Fi, where we tried to see what 8 rounds looked like, and we ended up going like 7-1. So, for a Battle Hardened, especially one that's being run like the one in Columbus, I think it's capped at 7 rounds. Normally they're capped at 6, but I think this one in particular is being pushed to 7 because it's a 2-day event. So, yeah, I don't know, because like the LSS standard is 6 rounds hard cap. But there is a bit of leeway by the venue organizers because this was like a 10k event before LSS let them upgrade it to Battle Hardened. So I don't know. Maybe it's hard 6, maybe it's 7 or 8, but we'll just see if we can even fit in 6 or 7 games, because it's not Fi. Those Fi games tend to be quick. Levia might take a little bit longer. So if it ends up being 6 in 3 hours, cool. If we can squeeze in the 7th, cool. Yo, best top 8 if you are playing your girl. Oh, absolutely, I'm playing Levia. There's no question. All I want to play is Levia anymore. Fi was boring. Unbelievably boring. And I think that's a sentiment a lot of people are feeling these days. Now that a bunch of builds have been cracked to be like the most consistent versions of the list, even some diehard 5 players are just not excited about playing the deck. It's a fine deck, but it's hard to be excited about a deck that just does the exact same thing every single game. Pretty much no variation. Levia is boring, Fi is always fun. Hey, Hell Puppy, go ahead and ban Eduardo, alright? Go for it. Kidding. Joshua Scott. Now that sounds like a very familiar name. No, don't actually, come on. Joshua Scott, are you like a writer for Wraith Times or something? Or like a judge? Or maybe you're just not the same Joshua Scott. But a very familiar name. Alright, where's the game? Come on. Where's the game? Someone join. I put try hard, please. Maybe they think I'm the Fi player. They're like, I don't want to do that. Alright, here we go. A Bravo match. Good. I need some redemption. Because those other Bravo games went a little sideways yesterday. They were very close. Very, very close. But they did end up going sideways. There are a couple flex slots in the build still. So we're also looking to try to figure out what we really want. Because this does not need to be how the Null Rune is split. Just for now, I'm trying Skullhorn, Lantern, Claw, Goliath, Hooves into Iyslander. I'm not entirely convinced it's the right way to go. But for the most part, on your Blood Rush turns, as long as you're not getting hit by like a Hypothermia, then it's very hard for you to pay through the second Claw anyway, is the idea. Certus, thanks for the sub. How's your Iyslander matchup field Battle Mage? Battle Mage is the easier version for sure. Easier version for sure. If you know that they're on Battle Mage, you can also just run Husk. If you don't know they're on Battle Mage, you do have to risk it and just bring Tunic. Otherwise, you know, Husk just does nothing. But yeah, if it's Battle Mage Iyslander, it feels pretty good. They really do just try to eke out the most value per hand, but I mean, that's something Levia just does better than any other deck, if they have the freedom to do it, because you just have better stats. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. It's a Bravo matchup, so I don't really expect to get fatigued out. They are running Mage Master boots, so it could be more of a defensive Bravo for the Tome combo. But if we Blood Rush and we discard the Hungering Slaughter Beast, then we'll be able to push most likely 6 damage through and not get Arsenal. If we try to just Arsenal the Blood Rush and they actually have a hit effect turn, we're not going to get it to line up super well, though. I'm not okay taking the 50-50, I don't think. We will just pass. Because if we discard Mark the Beast, then we wouldn't be at 3 cards in graveyard, and there's a chance that we just wouldn't have anything to play after Claws. Okay, they start with Tech Plate. And they lead with a Spinal. Okay. Well, we'll just cover the entirety of the HP here and go ahead Swing Claw. These cards are really not worth that much anyway. They're just graveyard fill now, which is cool. And we can just wait on the Blood Rush here. Not a big deal. Because if Bravo really draws a hit effect every hand, yes, it's probably just not going to go your way. They just have the nuts. But they shouldn't draw a relevant attack every hand. They definitely just draw some of those Anothos hands, and that's what we want to. That's what we want to save our HP for. We're just tanking Anothos and throw back. Man, Joshua Scott didn't respond. We don't know who this person is. They remain a mystery. Yeah, the risk is definitely high with Iyslander. Okay, well, what do we say about them drawing a threat every hand? Alright, so if they discard both of these, then we can still swing back with Beast Within. If it discards Beast Within plus this, then we probably draw enough to hopefully pay for the swing big at least. Well, we definitely don't want to use our equipment on this, because we have no blood debt, so we'll let this happen. Okay. This is fine. It's just a claw swing though, but we're just trying to wait out these big reds. Just wait out the reds. That hand wasn't Blood Rush playable anyway, so it's fine. Found out the dude that we met at Columbus and has a YouTube channel was part of the team Kitchen Fabled. What dude are you talking about, Peyton? Oh, by the way, Peyton, I'm not using my new PC yet. I couldn't get everything downloaded in time, but check this out, folks. Right here, you see this with the stickers on it? This beautiful new computer? That is my mobile streaming rig, and it's what I'll be taking to every SEG con coming up to bring the best coverage you've ever seen for Flesh and Blood. I kid you not. Tats and Nails Painted. Oh, that dude. Oh, man, what was his name? He was so cool. Very chill person. Okay, well, 3 turns of threat. 3 turns of threat. Here comes something gross, and this hand isn't really worth protecting anyway. We probably just eat whatever damage this is, and then just come back with Swing Big. Yeah, pretty rough. We do take this damage. God, I hate the Bravo cards like Terra Sunder. Terra Sunder is just a little too good. A little too low effort to be that good, is the crazy part. Now, he did... they did sack their Crown of Providence to find that hand. So that's alright, because that was just a claw swing on our end. But we're still looking at another 6 armor here. And we're at 25. Okay, now we are clumping. We are clumping pretty terribly. They showed a Cranial Crush and a Thunderquake. So it's likely that their turn is Rouse into a Nothos. They are really not missing. This is crazy. They are not missing. So we do want to crown to put the Art of War on bottom, draw a new card. Because if we can actually get off a double Blood Rush, that works out. It will be quite a strong pivot. We're definitely behind right now, but a double Blood Rush could pull it back. So we take 5 here. We go to 20. That is fine. Okay. This hand is worth keeping. We probably just use Husk on whatever his next attack is. Alright, if it's just a Nothos, actually, we don't need to Husk. The danger would be if this is Pummel, then he totally cheats out. Husk, but I don't think it would be Pummel, because he could have just pummeled the Rouse and actually get the discard through. So if we just eat this, we go to 14. We go to 14 and Husk stays alive. That'll be fine. If it is a Pummel, I'm very sad. Okay, it really... How are you using Pummel there? You should have pummeled Rouse. That is ridiculous. Why would you do this? Literally, this makes 0 sense. You pummel Rouse every time. Oh my god. That is so dumb. That's just like not even right. But okay, it'll happen. We can bottom both of these. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, the Bravo certainly, can do that to try to be cute, but also, you should just pummel the Rouse to actually get the discard trigger. And that's worth it regardless, of breaking my Husk or not. Just taking a card from my hand is better. Oops. It got stuck. Hello? There we go. Are they frozen or what happened here? It's been a long time. There we go. Alright, well, we get a Savage Feast attack in. Resets Arsenal. Definitely at risk of the Arsenal not being that good, because I did bottom both with Iyslander, which is probably not right, actually. Leaving the Wild Ride or something on top would have been fine there. Yeah, it actually wasn't right. I should have made sure that one of those was a red that was good for Arsenal. Okay, I mean, that's fine too. Yeah, but if they pummel on the Rouse, then they're still forcing Husk on the Anothos. They still have to do that. Or I still have to do that, rather. Because if they pummel there, then I can no longer be greedy with Husk, and it has to block. Wow, they really just have not missed a single hand. Spinal, cranial. So that's just going to turn into a Nothos swing, Arsenal, Spinal. That's absolutely terrifying. These don't even block. Oh my god. Yeah, this is awful. We will have to risk the Scabs roll next turn. We have to, or we don't get back in the game. Sure. Go to 1. Beautiful. Well, we still have a chance. If Scabskins actually hits, then we get to present 7-6. Him at 8. So it can happen. But Scabs needs to hit. It's our only shot back in. Oh, okay. Looks like I rolled a 1. Oh, well, that was it. Rolled a 1. Okay. Oh, well, then, yeah, that was the game. That was cool. Scabs ended turn. Got a 1. Blood debt. Yep. Okay, well, there we go. That's quite the start. That is quite the start. It is, I guess, in the end, our fault, but we really didn't expect the mind game there, because the opponent should have pummeled the Rouse. Like, legitimately should have pummeled the Rouse. That's okay. That's okay. They got us in the end, and then we rolled a 1 to instant lose. So, that's alright. Well, that's 1 game down. 1 game down. This could be a quickie. We start 0-2, then we're just out. Hi. Good luck, have fun. Oh, interesting. This is, I guess, like full aggro buy? Sure. They made us go second, which we actually appreciate. Even if this is all they do, the Deadwood Rumbler here could threaten. It could threaten to banish the Phoenix Flame. Interesting. They pay for the Phoenix Flame right now to arsenal it. What? Uh-oh. I don't want to get ahead of myself on this, but my opponent may be new. They could be new. I'm not quite sure. Well, either way. Well, we can just return for... Geez, pretty much just 6. That's all we can do. Because this isn't even worth it anymore. They picked up the Phoenix Flame. I guess in a way they did play around that. But if we Deadwood and discard the Mark the Beast, we'll be forced to banish then the Deadwood Rumbler, or the Dread Screamer. So we actually don't really want to go that route. If we discard the That All You Got, it's fine. So I guess that's, you know, it's 33% chance to have worst case. We really don't want to discard this. We discarded Wild Ride. Okay. That also works out fine, because we can just banish that, no blood debt. Cool. Cool, cool. 6 is still not the kind of turn you want to have going second. Okay. Well, we are missing the blue to make this the kind of instinctual, just keep 2 cards endless my hand. This also doesn't block, so probably just gonna go for the non-block route then. Just lead with Wild Ride. Have that kind of turn. Try to draw a card from That All You Got. And that'll be that. Here comes a Flame Call. Okay. Sure. So we will get to That All You Got on a 2 because of the Shuko. So we like this. That's the best value this card can have. The good news is it's impossible for this deck to draw a red that is not a 6. Oh, that's a good draw there. So Wild Ride is always like totally fine to be live off of a draw like that, because if we draw a non-6, it's at least a resource card. But actually now we'll just lead with the Blood Rush. Like, why wouldn't you, right? So pitch there. Discard. Discarded a resource card. But we drew a blue. That ends up being okay. So we'll do this. Then we will go with the pulping, because if we draw a resource card, we can at least swing then a claw. And pulping because if it does miss, they probably still won't block it with 2 cards. They are an aggro deck. Well, we discarded another red, so we'd have to pitch both these cards to get an extra 5 damage out of them. But that is still worth it in this matchup. It's okay. It's okay. Not great. Okay, cool. We can actually reset really well here. We have our 2-card hand for 9. We've got a very good arsenal target, and we've got a card we can block with. So this is totally fine. This is totally fine with us. They don't even have the other mask, so we don't need to care about blocking for that, which is actually quite good because this is an uprising turn, funny enough. So the blocks are going to be a little wonky. They wouldn't cover the exact 4. So they probably will end up going for like a mask Salt the Wound on this kind of turn. But that's okay because we have Husk to equalize that. We can also really deny it. I mean, this is now a Phoenix Swing. The Phoenix Swing will come in for 2. So we could throw Scabs on that one. We could throw this plus Iron Rot on this one. And then whatever their last card is, we could maybe block with Boneyard just to deny their Salt the Wound turn, because this is otherwise going to be a pretty scary one. But also this hit effect could be relevant. That could be a 1 cost, so we will block the full 4 right now. Or we just save our other piece of equipment and let them get the Salt the Wound this turn. I really don't hate that. Just use Husk. Yep, that's fine. Save our other equipment. Oh. Or they just don't go for it. That's fine. I think it would have been a pretty decent turn. It would still trigger the Shuko. It would have gotten +3. So 5, 6. No, only would have been a 6. Okay, yeah. I can see why they held it then. But this is all good news for us. We come in for 9. We reset Boneyard. Pretty sick. Okay. This is really good. When you have a Boneyard in Arsenal, drawing a blue plus the Wild Ride or the Pulping is just a 3-card hand for 12. It's very nuts. Very, very nuts. Boneyard just becomes even more important to Arsenal in this deck. I mean, it's always good with Blood Rush, but it fits the cost curve behind a Pulping so insanely well. This would put us at 18. This is still fine to take, though. Can't trigger Mask off it. We'll be able to That All You Got as well this turn. Pretty safe. Block there. Legitimate hit effect. They're going to get the Phoenix now. It'll be for... Oh, actually, the Phoenix will be for 3 because of the Spreading Flames and Shuko. So we actually won't get the draw here. But we still want to block with it so that we can get this play off. Yeah. Okay. A little scared, though. This could force a Husk. I mean, if it's taller than 4, then we're fine using Husk on it anyway. But if it's not, then we could use our other equipment. It's a 5? Yeah, that's fine. That's worth the Husk there. And here we go. Even if it misses... Oh, it hit a Beast Within? That's kind of funky. We actually get a Claw Swing in now. Do we want the Claw Swing, or do we want this in Arsenal to cycle out with Crown? I think we want the Claw Swing because they're at 1. Yep. They are at 1. So, it should be worth it. The extra push here. Alright. Boneyard. 6. They already showed us a 3 block. It's not likely they have another 2 3 blocks in hand, so most likely it's probably their equipment plus a 2 block. They try to return with 2 cards. Their best 2 cards can be 7 damage. Or they give us the full hand keep equipment. I'm also fine with that. That pretty much gives them no route back into the game, so. Oh, yeah. And I guess they just concede. That's fine. We definitely have that game unlocked from then on out. Alright, 1-1. They seemed like a little bit of a new player, or maybe just not comfortable on Fi. But regardless, Fi should be a pretty good matchup for this deck. As long as you just don't draw like unplayable hands, which is definitely something that can happen. It's Levia after all. It is Levia after all. Alright, well, these have been pretty quick. These have been pretty quick. Yeah, the one card I've been thinking about to try to help the Bravo matchup. Okay, it's another Fi. I hope it's not the same Fi. I don't mind playing against multiples, but if it's the same dude, I'd rather play a different one. The one card to help against Bravo would be a Reinforce the Line, funny enough. I really don't want to add it. But when I was testing this in Fi against Bravo, oh my god, it's Doomsayer again. Okay, sorry. Sorry, we don't. Okay, sorry, I'm looking for diff opponents. Try hard, please. When I was testing this in Fi versus Bravo in particular, this card was incredible. The only issue... Okay, Dromai, nice. Hi, good luck, have fun. I like this. The only issue is that in this build, you'd have to cut a non-6 for it, which, I mean, I don't hate, right? Like, in the Bravo matchup, cutting one Art of War for, like, a Reinforce the Line could be pretty good. Oh. Alright, Aro. Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, do we just trust that we run over the Dromai as is? Probably. It wouldn't hurt to bring in at least one Deep-Rooted Evil. And just drop like a non-block 6 for it. We can drop the Deadwood Rumbler for it. That should be pretty good. And... yeah, we'll go second. And this matchup, we do take Gambler's Gloves. Hey, Marios. Want to play versus my Dromai? Oh, is this you, Gardar? You have a lot of R's in Gardar. It could be Aro. They sound vaguely similar. But if it's you, cool. Happy to get the game in. Happy to get the game in for sure. Yeah, I wonder if it really is add like one Reinforce the Line. The thing about Reinforce the Line is it's basically like a more flexible unmovable, because so many of our cards are just attacks that block for 3. So if you're going to commit like a 2-card hand blocking on a Bravo, then it's, you know, 1 less block in theory, because an unmovable could be 8, but you're not forced to sack your blue and have the unmovable in arsenal. You can just drop this on a card you're defending anyway. It can really help block. Oh, nice. We saw the Deep-Rooted Evil straight in opening hand. Sure. I almost want to dump the whole hand. The issue being... nah, I really shouldn't do that. No. Honestly, shouldn't even block this. In this matchup, I don't want to waste 6s for no reason. In our turn... No. Sorry. I am gonna block. Sorry. I will block. Sorry. I was thinking on our turn we could just play the Wrecker Romp, pitch the Solar Harvest, and discard, and that's 6 damage, but actually the Deeper Evil played out from hand is also just 6 damage, so I will block the 1 HP. It's all the same. Same amount of graveyard fill too, because this goes to the graveyard right now, and the Deep Rooted would then go to the graveyard in our turn. So it's, yeah, it's all the same. They then come out with the Chromai. Alright. Well, depending if we draw a yellow, I'm tempted to roll scabs already. Yeah, we rolled a 6, so no, we are not going to break that. We'll kill the Dromai. And then we will play out Deep-Rooted Evil. And if they had something that was relevant to clear, we could then swing the Mandible Claw instead of a good Arsenal. But Endless Maw's totally fine in Arsenal. Totally, totally fine. Yeah, sorry, chat. I am, like, trying to legitimately focus up on the games because most of the time when I stream, it's really for the chat engagement. You got, like, the chat is so much fun to interact with, and there's really cool people out here. Billy, of all people, showed up the other day. He's, like, a childhood friend, or not childhood friend, but a friend I just don't get to talk to much. That was cool. He popped in. There's Peyton, you know, James, Marios, tons of good people. And that's normally why streaming is worth it. But today is actually locking in and trying to practice a run as if I'm playing at the Battle Hardened this weekend. Because in all honesty, folks, in all honesty, I really overstepped my spending. I really should have been more careful in sticking to a budget leading into all this travel coming up. That's my bad. That is definitely my bad. Alright, we even drew a Blue Dread Screamer to clear it, but we can also just play Blood Rush and just clear it with a Claw Swing. So, we're definitely not blocking this. But I really overstepped my spending, and I'm a little worried about surviving 4 weeks on the road. Because we're going from Denver, or we're going to Columbus to Denver to San Jose to Philly. Like, all in a row. And I'll only be able to work little bits in between there. Like, I work remote. So I should be able to get some hours in, which will be nice. Yeah, we'll clear this Morrow guy. But that's still a lot of time, like a lot of time, that I'll need to be cognizant of, you know, having money in my bank account to, like, pay for food and hotels and stuff. So I really hope that this 10K I end up doing well, because the first place is like $4,500. That's nuts. It is nuts. Okay, in terms of the draw discard. Oh, actually, no, we're just going to swing with the Endless Maw anyway, because we can pitch double red for it. So then on our next hand, I'd prefer to draw the Mark the Beast for some minor discard synergy for when we Arsenal pulping. Yeah, I normally do try to chat a lot. It's just the best part. It legitimately is. Legitimately is. But imagine rolling up to this 10K and not only winning the cosplay competition, because Woman Sant... can you see Woman Sant? Right here. She's under a blanket right here. I am dressing up Woman Sant in a cosplay, and she is doing it very begrudgingly. She doesn't want to. I'm pretty excited for it, though. And I think she'll do great. And first place for that is 500. That would be amazing. That would really be amazing to win that. That's what I'm more realistically gunning for. But to actually win the 10K and walk away with like 4.5 grand would be life-changing. Like, that is just fantastic. Not like I got super close last 10K. I bubbled out of top 8. I think I ended up like 11th or something. So that was like a little unfortunate. And then I also placed 5th in the team sealed. We bubbled out again at 5th place instead of 4th place. So that was unfortunate. Both times at the last 10K when I had a chance to make it in the money, just fell a little bit short. So we're trying again, running it back, really try-harding with Levia. Like, really want to make it happen on this hero. Really do. Really do. And I honestly feel really good about it too. Like, there's nothing wrong with Levia right now. There's really nothing wrong. Okay, cool. We don't hate this hand. Pitching a Dominia, cool. So we need to worry about Dominia in a full pitch cycle here. So actually, basically, that'll be in the first hand they drop, because I think they've only pitched 2 other things. Yep. It's a CNC. Well, we can go ahead and crown away our pulping then, because we already have a wild ride. So let's get that out of there. Ooh, we even drew Mark the Beast. Or we even drew Beast Within. And we already had Mark the Beast in hand. So, unless we discard Graveling Growl, this turn is really going to be quite something. Come on. There's 2 things I'd rather you hit than the Graveling Growl. Come on. And not to mention what we draw. I guess that one I don't really want to hit either. What event is Philly? Oh, and of course we discard the Graveling. Ugh, gross. Philly is a SEG con, so I'll actually be streaming it. I will not be playing at that event. I will be streaming it. I'll be in charge of the entirety of coverage for the Battle Hardened, and I promise you it'll be the best you've ever freaking seen. I have put a lot into revamping the stream setup. An entirely new PC dedicated to being portable, an entire carrying case like padded out with foam, an actual mirrorless camera for the overhead, the best webcams possible for the face cameras and hand cams, portable monitor, everything. Like, it's just built to be mobile, but it's not cheap. The rig is insane. The rig is insane. So what's better? We swing another 6 through Mark the Beast, or we swing another 6 through Claws, take 1 Blood Debt, preserve these in deck? I'm more inclined to do this. We already are pitching a Mark the Beast to the bottom, so we don't need to double stack the Mark the Beast. Because this will be our block fodder for whatever hand that is. And this turns off Blood Debt. Rocky says, "Man, say it!" Hello, Rocky. Oh, that turn could have been real good. Real good. Deeper to Evil was even live there. Depending, like, discarding that Beast Within, right? Maybe the next card was a blue. Would have popped off. It's alright, it's alright. I wouldn't have been a blue, it would have been a red. Okay, whatever. Turn couldn't have gotten that crazy. They swing with a singular Ashwing. We will take it because our hand says go. Our hand very much says go. It says go face. Nice, nice. All right, would have been a little bit better to discard the red, but we can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. Discarding the red would have meant we get to Dread Screamer into the Deep-Rooted Evil and actually save a card for Arsenal. But in this scenario, we'll get to Dread Screamer and then... Wait, what am I saying? No, we wouldn't have saved a card for Arsenal. I'm wrong. It would have been the same either way then, because we do need to banish something first for the Deep-Rooted to be playable. So, don't listen to me, actually. Yeah, because we're pitching this in. We're going to make it an 18 damage turn. No reason not to. Saving a way to turn off Blood Debt into the deck. It's quite nice. Another Oasis. It's cool. It's cool. It's a lot of HP, but, you know, they're sacking 2 cards to block 5, so it's as if it was just worth 2.5. Not the biggest deal. Now we come in here. $200 for 4 weeks of food? Well, I can't be too greedy about it. Like, I mean, I had it at $300 with the idea being like travel fund, but that didn't seem to spark much people's interest. So we're gonna just ask for 200 with the promise that I will be cooking as many meals as possible. Like, quite literally going to the grocery store and buying, like, sandwich stuff. Like, screw going to Jimmy John's. I will just make a sandwich. Because 4 weeks on the road is a lot to fund if you're eating out every day. I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be the plan. Dromai. But in all honesty, like, these streams are mostly because I have the free time anyway. When I actually do the Battle Hardened Philly stream, it's not this kind of effort level, you know? It's not just me turning on the webcam and playing Talishar. The Philadelphia stream is 5 cameras. It was a pain to take everything out there, as you will see. a pain taking everything out there, setting everything up, coordinating with all the players, doing all the commentating. It will be a massive amount of effort. And for that stream, I really would love to push for donations. On these kind of streams, it's no big deal. Like I'm here just to hang. But when you see what's coming for Philly, I really hope it matters to you. I'm trying very hard, very hard. I don't want to. Oh, what? Oops, this is my bad. I'm not blocking this. I don't want to waste this opportunity to stream all the future SEG cons. And if that can become like a self-funding type of thing, that's just perfect, right? Like being able to have one stream fund the next one, that would be fantastic. Because as of now, I'm doing it for free still. The exclusivity is why they are letting me, or the exclusivity is the reason it's worth it. Because they're letting me do it with the deal that like I am the Flesh and Blood streamer. And for me, that's a big deal. Like, you know, sounds great. So I'm willing to, you know, potentially take a loss to make that possible. Okay, so we know we're leaving 2 floating for the swing big. But then we'd have to basically hope that the next 2 cards are a resource card of some sort to make the go again worth it into claw swing. If it's another double red, then we're going to wish we chose +1. But we're still going to hit go again. It's more likely. Nope. All good. What are the odds of this? Triple sigil? Oh, triple sigil. Wow. Alright, well, I guess they're eating all the damage we throw. Which is alright by me, because a swing big is something they could potentially get a quicken out of. Not like it's super relevant. But it can always trigger something like Dust Up, right? Triple sigil. Okay, well, this works out a bit better than drawing your normal slew of double reds, because we can actually pitch it for the Boneyard. So I don't hate this. I don't hate this. The other option would have been just to swing the Boneyard face and then claw swing the Dromai. Actually, ooh, that was actually better, wasn't it? That was better than doing it this way. Because then we actually get to Arsenal. Shoot, I can't take it back anymore. Yeah, that would have been better. That would have been better. That's fine. It's fine. That is okay. We pushed 14 damage still. Okay, this is a gambler's type of hand. They play Burn Them All. Okay, so we can just forcefully end the turn by blocking with the swing big now, which will be what we do, because if they already showed that by taking the Aetherwing damage, they didn't actually swing with Dromai. So since we were forced to roll Scabskins on this type of hand anyway, there's a chance that we don't get to actually swing with 2 things. We're going to be arsenaling a swing big regardless. So this card can always just go here. Can always go. And that's actually their first Ghostly Touch counter. So what you notice about this matchup is you really shouldn't take Ghostly Touch as the Dromai into the Levia. We just deal too much damage. Oh, rolled a 6 again. Well, that's fine with me. This is going face. Okay, it gets interesting now because they have burned them all out. So maybe we do the same thing that we were thinking about last turn, where we throw Boneyard face and then just claw the Dromai. Arsenal the swing big here. Because at this point we've seen all 3 swing bigs. We played one, we blocked with one, we've got one in hand. So we want this one to line up next to like an Art of War is when it's next going to be most relevant. We've only seen one Art of War, so it's likely that one is coming up. So I don't hate that actually. Just claw the Dromai. But they are getting really low too. So if we just swing big at face right now, that is still a massive, massive amount of threat. No, I'm feeling the 5-card hand. I am feeling the 5-card hand coming up. We're going to kill Dromai. Arsenal swing big. If this was a blue, we could have actually swung the Deeper to Evil, which is pretty funny. Alright, this hand is not great. It's actually another Scabskin's hand. Oh, not anymore, actually. If they're going wide enough where we can block here and then pop a dragon, that's also fine with me. Our turn will be bad. It'll just be return 6. But we don't we don't mind. We're just stalling until we find really good cards anyway. Yep, so now we just pop it. We return 6. Not the biggest deal. Just bought tickets for SCGCon Philly. Amazing, Peter. See me there. I'll be doing the entire broadcast, so just let me know if you want to be on stream. Because the other thing is, you know, we get to kind of make the rules. This is not a official SCGCon stream. It's not an official LSS stream. If I wanted to, I could just tap whatever matchup I want. It doesn't have to be top tables, you know? It could just be Peter every round. It could be Peter, then Peyton, then Paul. Whatever. Go with the alliteration. I'm just really looking forward to it. Like, I think it will be so good for the game. In fact, if you want to see what my plans are for it. Reed Duke, GP, MTG. So actually, Brendan Patrick shared this video, and I'd never seen it before, but this is actually very close to like what I was trying to set up anyway. Like, I'd never seen this style of broadcasting. But this whole idea of toggling between like face cams, hand cams, this is something I was already kind of doing statically when I wasn't actually running the stream. I was just like watching it, or, you know, I was playing in it. But like, if you see what I was normally doing, something like this, right? Where you've got the hand cams, face cams, whatever. But with me actually doing the commentary and sitting there to handle the stream a bit better, that is something I was actually going to do, was use this entire strip of space to actually toggle between different views. So I'm glad that there's now a precedent for it. I can actually take more notes from. Nice. Yeah, we are in a very good spot here. Very good spot. Not really trying to block. We could forcefully... Oh, we can't even actually pop this turn. Funny enough. Because the only blocking card that we would ever want to sack here is actually a non-6 anyway. Okay, so cool. This actually gives us an excuse to use Husk for full value, which is nice. It's quite nice. Let that happen. Yeah, look, hey, I was just looking at chat and it actually just worked out. There was Paul, Peyton, and Peter all next to each other. All right, we actually discarded the pulping. That's fine. That is fine. We can get greedy on the scabs roll here. There's really no reason not to. It's like a 1 in 36 or something, right? To actually roll 1 into a 1. So since we know our hand actually affords this anyway, you know, we do this. And then if we actually hit on scabs, we get to throw in the swing big for 10 off the back of it. We've already hit a 6 into a 6, but it's not like, you know, math really works like now we'll get punished. So let's just see what happens. We rolled a 6 again. Okay, that's getting to be nuts. That's getting to be nuts at this point. We rolled 3 6s this game. But to be fair, we then rolled like a 1 out of nowhere on the first one, and it was an instant loss. So it's coming back. It's coming back. It just came back to us at a matchup that was already really favorable. So it's not like we super needed it. We didn't need the 6 at any actual point in that. We were just looking for the double AP, but we can't complain. GG's. Yeah, this was a high roll. High roll for sure. But glad we played the game here, Aro. I hope you were the person in chat who was talking about getting the Dromai game in, because that was cool. We actually did it. Okay, so we're at 2-1 right now. That's 3 6 rolls. Yeah. Compared to the 1 instant loss versus Bravo. Just the luck of the night. Sorry. Okay. GG dice. Nah, the 6s weren't even... I didn't even need them. Didn't even need them. In no instance there did we actually need the double AP. It was just always a bit of greed because we were so ahead. Josh, welcome to the league. Try hard, please. Try hard, please. Sup, nerd? Alec? You're the nerdiest dude here. Just because you're bald now. Don't think you lost the title. Nice. Alright. Alright, cool. We're actually getting a bit of variety here. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so the dash These days, you are never quite sure. Are they the full control, or are they the aggro? Now, if it's aggro, it is just a Blood Rush matchup. There's not much you can do. It's just going to be, do you find Blood Rush, do you not? If it's the Fatigue matchup, we really do want to add these cards, though. We really do want to add the Go-Agains and the Deep Rooteds. I'm going to hedge my bet a little bit on that. That it is the control / like more mid-range version. And we should beat this. If it is that version, we should beat it pretty handily. This is the other part that we won't know, though. If it's aggro, we did want the gauntlet. But we'll find out. We will just find out right now. Alright, it's full aggro. Definitely a bit hurt by this. Definitely a bit hurt. But it's still a possible... It's still a win, potentially. Not the worst, not the best. It's about a 50-50. Is the World's Reception on Thursday night going to be a dinner event like the Pro Tour? Probably. Pro Tour number 2 was a bit different. Pro Tour number 2 was... Okay, cool. Let's get the graveyard to fill in. I don't mind it. Pro Tour number 2 was more kind of like an appetizer deal. It wasn't full meals being served like at Pro Tour number 1. That's a pretty good start by them. Pretty good start. Pretty good start by us, though. Oops. Wait. Hold on. We could rouse, but then we actually couldn't swing big. Okay, so it is better to pulping. We discard a Wild Ride. Okay, so this is actually a great curve. We actually get the Mandible Claw into swing big here. Very good turn 2. Very good turn 2. Can't hate it. Can't hate it. I played Control Dash against Levia at my locals, got rolled pretty hard. Yeah, if they go the control route, you should be favored as Levia. To the point where maybe I just don't even sideboard to hedge against control, because you should be pretty good into it regardless. That could be the right way to think about it. That could be the right way to think about it. But you still, if it's like that fatigue dash, like the one that top 4'd or top 8'd nationals, then you do actually want the sprinkling in of the extra Dread Screamers and for the Go Again and the Deep Rooted. You do want those cards. Because you want every hand to actually have Go Again in it. Okay, well, you don't get the Quicken, but thank you for all the equipment. This hand is quite bad. Quite bad. But we don't have a Banish Zone yet, so when we have a bad hand like this, we can use it to fully block and set up our next good trade, which will be the Endless Maw. Not bad. Now to go over the game and see what you said and learn the mistakes. Okay, it was you, Gardar. Good. I wasn't sure. I saw your message after what you said in the lobby. I'm glad it was you. Always a pleasure to play with friendly people. Alright, we block with these first because if somehow we do get to keep this card, it's at least a Claw Swing back into them while we Arsenal the Endless. No, I value protecting the 3 HP over swinging 3 back at them in this situation. Wait a second, why is it... Oh, Goliath Gauntlet. I was like, didn't they use Teklo on the first thing? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. No, we don't need to swing back 3 here. Not super relevant. They're going to be a little bit ahead at this point, but we're getting an Arsenal card that is really worth dividends. Good, and we have the Doomsday to play it. Nice. In terms of the next card that we'd be looking at to Arsenal, it'd be the Graveling, because we haven't seen a Dread Screamer yet, so as soon as we see the Dread Screamer blue hand, that'll be really strong. It's also our last red Graveling, so Arsenaling it will also feel pretty good there. And we have more Dread Screamers in the deck because we added the yellow ones. Nothing you can do against the 3/6s, though. Yeah, well, at least we never used the triple action point. We never did use it. Cool. Yep, we block 6. We don't mind. Sending the Mark the Beast to the Banish Zone right here is totally fine, because we are committed to Blood Debt next turn, so... Teklo, cool. Oh, Alex, sorry, I missed your message. You can't make worlds. Oh, Alec, if you just left, I'll have to text you, but you should let the people know in the group chat. that you can't make worlds. Because I did add you. Yep, we take all this. This is vanilla. It's getting scary, though. Starting to get a little bit scary. It's just a 1? Oh, because they broke the chain? Oh, so that's on them. Shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. All right. We haven't seen our blood rush yet. We definitely have time to tank at least like another 2 or 3 turns. Because we're likely to, you know, definitely block with our equipment. We have normally like 1 to 2 cards we can block down with. Especially if we're looking for the Dread Screamer hand, then that gives us 2 cards we can block with on that hand. So we just need to find our blood rushes in the meantime. While we actually... Okay, perfect. What did we say? What did we say? Starting to outskill him. It's starting. High Octane with Plasma Barrel seems like it won't do much. I'm not sure why that's in the deck. I mean, it can help play items, right? But that's it. And it cycles. Zipper Hit comes in for 5. Well, the unfortunate part is the Graveling Growl does not turn off Blood Debt. So if we really want to make our hand live, we would want to actually crown this away and hope to find something that turns off Blood Debt. Because as of now, if we play this out in the full hand, discard Hungering, we're just at complete risk of, you know, just kind of bricking off the top potentially. And we don't want to take any Blood Debt in this matchup. Almost prefer if we crown now, at least know our next card can turn off Blood Debt. It would help. The only hit effect is the combustible anyway. I think we're fine with this. There's a red Dread Screamer. Huh. That's okay. Well, we can actually scale the hand down then if we want. Yeah, I think we might actually do this now. We can instead now play the Dread Screamer Graveling plus blue hand. Just do that. Because that's a really great rate. We don't need to waste our Blood Rush rate on a hand that's already really good. And we'll just save the Blood Rush in Arsenal. That's pretty nice. So many folks at my locals jumped on Control Dash that I started carrying an Arg Smash for the sideboard. You might be the Levia that someone was complaining to me about. Someone was like, you and your legal Levia, when did you tell them to start running Arg Smash? Because I just lost to it. Like, I don't tell them to run Arg Smash. Like, people have free will, you know? I always say just play to your metagame. Play towards your local meta. And I guess someone listened. Okay, interesting. We can do it again. This is another really strong hand that we don't need to play Blood Rush for. We just want to make sure that our Blood Rush isn't kind of like forced to be a non-option for us because of where life is at. So, no, but this hand is just really good. 11 off 3 is a very good rate. Block with 1 equipment required. That's fine. I hope it's not like a full T-bone hand. That would definitely hurt. They have no more equipment block. We still have 9 life in equipment. We still have 3 life on this hand alone that we're comfortable pitching or blocking with. Doesn't have to be what our turn does. They pitch yellow. They're milling. Let's actually give a look here. They milled so far Overblast, Overblast, 0 to 60, Zipper, Zipper, Maximum Velocity, Teklo Pounder. Okay. We can be really inefficient about it and block with Scab's Soul Harvest on this so that it doesn't gain the +3. But then we're still at risk of the rest of their hand actually threatening Husk anyway. Because all they need to do is present 7, which they could do, right? It could be like a Zipper 0. So if we just Husk right now on this, it's -1 life compared to -1 life. It's -2 life value versus -1 life value blocking here and here, but when we could still get punished by other stuff. So I think we will Husk on that then. A bit rough. Would have liked to see this buffed by like a Teklo or something. Get full value. Oh, they end their turn. Oh. That I really didn't expect. That I did not expect. Well, in that case, I almost want to force the Blood Rush. With the double blue hand, hope that we draw a way to turn off Blood Debt. So they passed the turn cycle and we're deeply ahead now. Because we still have 3 armor and they do not. And we have a full 5 cards with Blood Rush. So yeah. I think we will do that now. Nice, we drew this. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. This is insane. Because we actually get Claw Claw into Dread Screamer Graveling. That's nuts. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's nuts. They don't come back from this. This is way too strong. It can't miss anyway, right? We've got just the one miss. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. Jesus Christ. I clicked pass. Here. Little too good. Little too good. Things are working out. Yeah, this is an insane spot for us. Absolutely insane. We're not even at the point where, like, if we rip a horrible hand, Blood Debt kills us, which is nice to know. Because that can always be an issue. For sure. It's like, oh, we're good. And then we draw 4 and we just instant lose. GG. Oh, so not exactly GG, but they do go to Reckless Swing range, so like it's over regardless. For sure. And we even have Gamblers, so we're safe to do this. We rolled a 6. Holy shoot. Yeah, the game's super over. We even get the Savage Feast discard mark. Draw. At least claw again. So we will win this turn. Nothing they can do. Draw an Art of War. Not super relevant. GG's? GG's. Alright. Oh wow, look at the game time there. It's kind of nuts. A little bit nuts. Alright, 3-1. Allegedly. Yes, thank you for the game. Okay. Cool. Yep, easy dash. Yeah, that actually, I mean, we got lucky there because none of what we sideboarded in actually came into our draw sequence other than the 1 yellow Dread Screamer, which, and it could have been any yellow on that turn, basically. So, a little lucky, because, you know, if we clumped differently, like Shadow Blast had Deep Rooted Evil earlier, those are very bad rate cards in that matchup, but we just drew the good rate stuff, and we played the early game pretty tight. And then we just drew the God Hands that carried us there, so it's a pretty cut and dry game. All right, we got another Bravo. I am determined to actually win this freaking matchup. Oh my lord. We're not touching a darn thing. 0-3 against Bravo right now. But let's see, can we turn it around? Can we turn it around? The matches have always been super close, and granted, like the one we lost on stream was mostly because we didn't play around our opponent's like absolute infinity brain play. I treated them like a normal player, and I should have treated them like a galaxy brain player, and then we would have blocked with Husk. So legitimately my bad. 2 games yesterday. Man, those were rough. Those were rough. I have to go back and watch those, actually. I feel like there were a couple learning points for sure. Play Showtime? Okay, this is a little bit sad. We don't get our free Rouse hand. But sometimes, Rouse from the get-go just works. It won't work right now, but we will get at least a Wild Ride draw in here. And we discard a Doomsday. Okay, nice. The game is going great. Everything is going according to plan. The best part about this is we're forced to keep a non-block in hand. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I'm just cursed against Bravo. Just absolutely cursed. Unreal. I almost want to arsenal the Deadwood just under the assumption that I crown it away. Just because I really want to start blocking from hand on these next few turns. Until we actually find something good. We won't get a free 4 cards like that pretty much ever again into Bravo. Nope, but we'll keep it in hand just because it is a blue. It is a blue, so it can pay for something. Hungering Slaughterbeast is also not an amazing card in the arsenal slot here, but it is a Blood Rush playable card at least. They just throw the Thunderquake. Wonderful. So even if they pummel it, I'm honestly kind of glad if they do, because there isn't a real hit effect here. And they can just pummel it, I'll discard the Deadwood and just swing. I'm fine with this. Yep. That is fine with me. Really not the worst trade. Of course, we missed like 6 damage because we just discarded the wrong card. But other than that, can't be too upset about it. Okay. This could be functional. Looks like they're starting with a Dominate here. It's a Righteous Cleansing. Funny, this one is not the biggest deal. Like, there's no reason to actually prevent the Crush here. It's not a big deal, because we already have the Blood Rush in hand. So, what we can do here is actually crown away the Hungering, which I'm all for, because at worst we're trading this out for a yellow pitch, because we can't actually draw a red non-6. It's not possible with the deck. So I'm going to go ahead, push a bit to try to find that blue. Make this a 5-card Blood Rush hand. Then we take... Yeah, that's totally fine. Get the arsenal out. Oh, we found the blue. Okay, perfect. This is great. This is fantastic. I really don't care what they banish here. Oh, they haven't resolved it yet. Okay, I was about to say. Like, did they just pass on the banish? I mean, clearly we don't want it to be like a Blood Rush, right? If they banish a Blood Rush, sure. But if they don't, then all they're doing is actually drawing us closer to our next Blood Rush. Which is also fine. It's bedtime for you in Iceland. Oh, you're in Iceland. I loved my time in Iceland. What a great country. Thanks for the game and stream. Keep it up with the good work. Love the content. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams. Don't let a what do they have? Like gnomes? Trolls? What's the Icelandic like bedtime monster? I don't know. Don't let the gnomes bite. They banished a Dread Screamer. That one's actually pretty relevant. That is one of the better cards, but to be fair, there's a lot of good cards in the deck, so no matter what they hit, would feel a little bit bad. It doesn't feel as bad as it could have, so. Okay, this feels awful, though. This feels awful. We discarded our resource card. The only good news here is that we actually can just Claw into Graveling. That at least is live. That's at least live, but geez. Little rough to not get the reset on Arsenal. You really assume that when you have like a Boneyard going into a Blood Rush turn, you assume you get the Arsenal reset. We don't get it here, though. Not happening. Yeah, worst discard possible, actually, because any other one still lets us pitch Boneyard and Arsenal one thing. But it's okay. It's okay. They didn't banish a Blood Rush, so we know that we're at least drawing a little bit closer to the next one, right? Can't be too upset. Can't be too upset. But seeing double Boneyard on the bottom right now means it's going to be... And we actually played one as well. We'll never actually get the Boneyard and Arsenal into Blood Rush play again, realistically. So we're going to have to look to Arsenal like an Endless Maw will be the next best one. And that's rough. Boneyard is such a strong card to see, and we just won't see one again this game. Okay. Alright, we got back ahead on the trade at least. We can take this 4. We can really hope to discard Beast Within. I would absolutely freaking love that. We discarded a Swing Big. Alright, well, our turn at least deals 12. If we discard a Beast Within off the top, we get an Arsenal. Okay, cool. See, that's why we led with Wild Ride, actually, because we didn't know what the Arsenal was. Discarded a Deadwood. Okay. Actually, the Dominate going second here, or as our second attack, is actually more relevant as well, because they might not actually want to keep the 3 cards. Alright, we took 2 Blood Debt, though. We don't love that. Spinal Crush. Okay, well, the unfortunate part here is the only card that's really immune to Spinal Crush is Endless Maw. We don't have it on this hand. So we do need to legitimately block so that we can Art of War here. So we'll do it. Man, it's rough. They are so ahead on equipment. We've had 2 really, really poor discard sequences. Alright, most damage would be Hungering Slaughter Beast into Claw. But then we Arsenal Rouse. Or that wouldn't be most damage. That'd be most damage with Arsenal. Or we just swing Graveling plus Hungering Slaughter Beast. We could even get a bit greedy with it. Try to roll Scabs to get the free Claw Swing in as well, which I think we have to do. We're in a bit of a... We're a bit behind, so the greed is warranted. The greed is warranted. Roll to 1. Okay, so into Bravo, I guess I just always roll 1s. That's what we learned. That's nice. It's good to know, actually. Wasn't aware. Oh, this is not going to be a winnable game. Not going to be a winnable game. That's 2 turns of a Nothos. Or not 2 turns, but they had the Spinal, we had Husk. That's 2 turns where we could have had a better power turn with Blood Rush. That we just didn't draw. Now we're running out of opportunities. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, okay. Well, that's a Spinal again. It's a Spinal again. And we have 2 non-blocks, so we can't just block down for the Endless Maw. Huh. So, if we can't block down for the Endless Maw play, then we can pretend that we just hit Scabs now. Go for the +1 with Art of War. That's kind of fantastic, but once again, we're in a bit of a Hail Mary state. Yeah, that will unfortunately be what we end up doing here. I feel it. I do feel it. I can't roll 3 1s into Bravo, right? I feel it. The other option is block with Dread, just return these for the Endless Maw. That's the safer play. So, you know what? Fine, fine, fine. We will do the safer play. Sorry, we'll block. We'll do the safer play. Fine, fine, fine. I do want to know what I would have rolled, though. I'm curious now. Yeah, I could block 6 on that, but the hand's really not really worth protecting. Like you see, this kind of play, when they actually want to launch something relevant, the equipment will be more valuable, I believe. We'll see. Here's the Crippling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, I can't even make it block 8, so actually it was irrelevant to save it for the Crippling. Oh well. It was irrelevant. Well, the best we can do is hope that the Beast Within is discarded. Huh. Nice. It'll just be this. Take 5. Alright, it's got to be Pulping, Beast Within. Beast Within has to then draw a yellow or a blue. Play the Hungering. That's literally it. Okay, so it looks like Beast Within was discarded and added a Beast Within. Okay, so now all we can do is hope that this discards a Mark the Beast or a Beast Within. That's all we got. It discarded a Mark the Beast. Okay, pretty funny. Pretty funny. We're actually still alive. It doesn't look great. Pretty funny, though. Yeah, so that previous turn on the Spinal, it would have been better, though, then. It didn't even count what blocking the Crippling would have looked like, but yeah, it would have been better to use it on the Spinal. Block 6 with the Endless, go with the Art of War Banish. It at least hits the Graveling, which we have in Arsenal, to make that playable with Go again. We'd rip off the top. What would we draw next? We drew a Swing Big and like a Pulping were our next two cards. So it actually would have been a Graveling into Swing Big turn off the Art of War. We wouldn't have reset Arsenal or anything, but that's still very relevant. Would have taken away their ability to do what they did. Yep. This being an Arsenal at this point is absolutely awful, though. Like, Graveling is just trapped here for the rest of the game, basically. Oh, and we drew a hand that doesn't turn off Blood Debt anyway. And he drew a Crippling Crush regardless. Yeah, so all we had here was draw Reckless, which they didn't even actually have to let themselves die to Reckless. They had more armor, so they just actually played this completely incorrectly. They didn't have to leave themselves open to Reckless, but doesn't matter. We can't punish. We just lose. We just lose. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright, forget to block here, buddy. You can do it. Forget to block. Oh, they remembered to block. Unfortunate. Cool, GG's. Alright, at this point we'd be out. We would be out. Oh, these Bravo games are so annoying. No, Bravo is very beatable if you actually just bring the right cards for it. It's just this deck is not built to really sideboard against Bravo specifically. Like normally if you bring in even like one E-Pot, like one Reinforced Line, one Unmovable, things like that really make this matchup pretty easy. But this build just doesn't have any defense. The one thing I added was the Iron Rot, which actually would have been a lot better on that Spinal turn, like PH Chung said. So that was our bad, because we could have come in with the Graveling Swing Big instead of just 9. So it would have been a whole 5 extra damage, and they did live at 5 to return the Crippling. So they still would have been able to survive by using armor. They still would have returned the Crippling. But then our Pulping might have actually killed them, would have been the difference. Hitting the Dominate there. Don't know. Don't know. Keep going. I do kind of wish I just rolled the dice on that Endless Maw turn, though. Because we already had 2 really bad instances of luck that game. Actually 3 at that point. I really felt it. The Doomsday discard turn 0. The Mark of the Beast discard on the Blood Rush, drawing into all reds. The rolling a 1 after the Hungering Slaughter Beast Art of War. I really felt it. I felt like that was going to be a lucky turn if we'd kept it. But we didn't. Oh well. We definitely got lucky on the Mark of the Beast. But it didn't matter. We couldn't actually win because the Graveling and Arsenal there is just kind of locking ourselves out of the game. Because we will never be able to keep a 1-card hand and turn off Blood Debt at that point. Because Graveling needs at least 2. You need your Dread Screamer plus your blue. And Bravo should never let you keep that hand when they keep 5 like that on one of the last turns of the game. I mean, I could see it. If I drop the Arcane Lantern and the Null Rune, and the Gauntlet and just go to Null Rune Glove, then I get one slot back open. And that one slot can just be Reinforce the Line for the Bravo matchup. I'd like that. I like Lantern Goliath slightly better into Iyslander than just Null Rune Glove. But it does free the slot. It does free the slot. Nice game late in Germany. Was that you, Tonto? GG's, man. Top stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's late in Europe. I need to really change this stream time. I think going forward, it might just be like midday stream Monday, midday stream Wednesday, late stream Thursday, and that'll be it. Cut the Tuesday late stream. And maybe start this one a little bit earlier. But since I don't stream on Friday, I like the late night Thursday stream because you can still just like watch the VOD on Friday morning. But still. Okay, so this is a dash again. If it is the fatigue dash, like we said before, we do want the deep-rooted in there. I think just to hedge a tiny bit, we're going to swap only the one. We won't add the rest of the cards in. Last time, even against the aggro dash, Gambler's Gloves came up. So that it could be kind of just safer to go Gambler's Gloves then. So we'll keep trying that. No matter what the dash is. How is I doing? Oh, I love I. I'll never touch I in this deck. I mean, there's the maximum amount of draw and discard in a Levia deck. It's in this one. Like, you've got the Pulpings, you got the Wild Rides, Savage Feast, Blood Rush, Art of War, the Deadwoods. It is super relevant. Super relevant. But over the eye, you could just run a second Reckless as well. That's the other card I was unsure about, was going to second Reckless versus full aggro decks. Alright, so it is the control dash. Cool. Because going to second Reckless against a Fi does feel a little bit better than an eye. But it's very slight. It's a very slight difference. And it's basically like Fi in particular, because those games are like 4 turns. And in a 4-turn game, I would rather see a Reckless than an eye. This is great while you're commuting to work. Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. So it is more mid-range, potentially. They're dropping a Teklo. Alright, well, that was a really good turn 0 for them. Really good turn 0. Okay, so we can just straight risk it on the Wild Ride. Let the Art of War go. Maybe. Or we just pop off with the Art of War right now, banish the Dread Screamer for +1. I don't really like that. But at least it guarantees... It doesn't even guarantee, but it gives our Wild Ride a better shot of landing. No, I actually want to get so greedy here. I mean, the best play would end up being like Wild Ride here, discard, draw, keep a blue, end up going Claw, Arsenal, Art of War. I mean, that's just the best possible right here. It can happen. Alright. It's fine. That is also fine with me. We don't get the double claw out of it. We still get the claw. We get the Arsenal Art of War. It's whatever. Yikes. Well, this is awkward. This is awkward. I guess Crown goes. I hate using it this way because it's a mid-range dash. It could maybe have C and C in it. I doubt it, but it could. And then, of course, Combustible Courier actually cares about this. But no, unfortunately, we have to push the Blood Rush to the bottom. The unfortunate part about pushing Blood Rush to the bottom in an aggro matchup is you'll probably just never see all 3 then. But seeing 2 is still good enough. Seeing 2 is good enough. And this hand did get significantly better. That's fair. And that's all they did with their turn. Oh, they're popping Achilles. That makes sense. Okay. Into a high-speed impact. Okay. I'll let you have dominate. Probably not blocking the next thing anyway. Into a T-bone. Alright, if that's triple T-bone or like T-bone into Meganetic, I'll be very hurt by this. In case it's Meganetic, I will actually block like this. In case it's Meganetic specifically. Because I saw them pitch it on turn 0. So they are running it. Yeah, see, the cool thing about Crown is you can actually fix hands like that. It used to be impossible. It used to be you draw a hand like that, you kind of just cry. There's just not much you could do. But now, you can. Game has been saved. Crown of Providence, very good card. Max Velocity. Oh, wow. A very efficient turn out of them. Very efficient turn out of them. Okay. Well, we can go down to 20 immediately, or we can just guarantee Husk gets full value. I think we'll just guarantee Husk gets full value. Because it might not line up. If we go to 20 right here, their turns could be a little bit small, so that Husk doesn't actually block 6. Okay, cool. So we can get rid of the red here, just dig for more resources, and it's likely that we get Claw, Endless Maw off, which is nice. I guess the other possibility is we could banish here, say go again, and then if we draw a blue... Oh, no, actually, no, that's not true, because we're spending 1 on Art of War right now. Yeah, so we should just say +1, banish. Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. Now, unfortunately, this is not the strongest card to our arsenal. It would have been better if we kept the red, but we didn't know that's how it was working out, to be fair. I hedged more on us not drawing double blue. But this is totally fine with me, for sure. Cool. They're eating it. Oh. Okay. Little awkward, though. Definitely a little awkward still. This is an all-red hand. But this is our last Blood Rush. So if we really want to make sure we get off our next Blood Rush, then we're going to have to keep this kind of hand to just clear out Hungering Slaughterbeast and arsenal the Blood Rush. Feels really bad. But that is likely what we have to do here. Because the other option is just force the Blood Rush by pitching a red, and then we're eating everything this turn throws at us. And then we're discarding a red, keeping a red in hand, drawing 2. If those 2 are blue-blue, the turn is super live. If they're not, we don't know. I think we'll still go for that, actually. We'll still try that. High speed impact. If our turn ends up just being Claw into Hungering, that's still okay. It's still okay. They do have a lot more armor block than we do left. They have 1 more Teklo Pounder charge still. Scary, but we're about to have another massive turn. Okay. Oh, God, why? Why? Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Okay, deck. Really doesn't want us to win this one. It's alright. I guess I didn't really want to win it either. Oh, we don't even draw a blue here. Oh, good God. Alright, so best we can do then is just try. Pretend that we hit on Scabs so that we can go Boneyard Graveling off this. That's all we've got. Yeah, this is looking awful. Absolutely awful. You need to fast forward, I think. Fast forward a little bit. We're way past that. PH. Good news is, even if the Scabs doesn't hit, we can at least keep this hand to pitch for Dread into Graveling. Not like that'll do much. We're going to be exactly at 1. And be a little bit locked out of the game. Okay, we rolled a 6 though. We dig it. Can we come back? Well, it looks like they have a bit of an unplayable hand. So perhaps we need to literally draw into a Graveling plus a blue. Graveling plus a blue, please. Nope. Alright, can't quite do it then. Can't quite do it then, can we? Okay, well, they're going to take 2 cards out of our hand. Oh, no, actually, yeah, they can Tekla Pounder. Yes, they take 3. Alright. Well, we can still throw Dread Screamer at them. We can pretend. Oy, oy, oy. No, there's nothing else we can do to win. We are on lock. Yep, this hand doesn't even get to keep 2 cards to turn off Blood Debt, so it is just over. Oh god, the Blood Rush 5 reds in a row. It's crazy. GG's. Ah, it's crazy. The other option was still so bad too, which was just play out the Hungering for 6, keep the Blood Rush in Arsenal, try to wait for it, compared to forcing it. But we really never assume we draw 5 reds in a row there. I don't know, it's just sometimes what happens, I guess. Sometimes what happens, I guess. Alright, well this is looking terrible. Yeah, I needed 1 blue. It's just what it is, though. It's just what it is. This is why a lot of people just, like, will never play Levia. Because what's actually going wrong? It's been, like, one major, like, play decision that was wrong, for sure. On, like, the Art of War Bravo turn. But other than that, like, the games can just end up the way they are. You're just operating with a lot of unknown information on your turn. Like what you draw. Just don't know. Yeah. Well, at this rate, we're actually speeding through like a very fast bracket. We're already at 6 games in. How many blues? It is... 15, 16. Well, it's really not that many compared to a normal Levia build. You've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blues. Whereas normally I'll run around 20, but the difference in this build is your yellow count is way pushed. Way pushed. So compared to like the normal 9 yellows that you'd run, you're running an entire extra play set of yellows. Oh yes, Nathan, I can definitely sign it. No problem. No problem. I bring all my Sharpies with me. Funny enough, in some of like these Hail Mary situations of having to roll, Skull Crushers is better. Like in a Hail Mary situation against a Bravo, I would rather have the Skull Crushers than Iron Rot, which is kind of funny. Not great. We drew double reds, so we can't... I mean, swing big's fine. I should have hit +1, I guess. But I'm not keen to sack both of these just for a claw swing. I guess it depends how he blocks. If they do go like 3 cards down to get the swing big, they don't. Interesting. So in that case, the arsenal just is more valuable then than pushing an extra 3 here. Sure. Once again, light on the blue. It's okay. Well, we can block 9 on it. We could. And then all we do is return with the Boneyard Marauder for 6. It's not horrible. Just this hand doesn't actually return really well, because we can always try to race a bit as well. Just take these kind of turns, but this hand doesn't return well at all. So we're going to go for the block 9, return 6. Alright, we did get 1 blood debt. It was possible to get 0 blood debt there. One blood debt's not the worst if we try to take another blockout turn early. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we blocked for 3, we returned Boneyard, and we Arsenal Blood Rush. That's about all we got. That's about all we got. So, unfortunately, yeah, we might get a bit baited around this turn because all we can do is really block 3. We can't block 6 because then what do we do with pulping? So we do want to keep at least pulping for the Boneyard play. So it's either like take the 5 now, they probably pump with Brave Forge, pitch another card, and we might get blown out by a pump as well. But we're not blocking on the 5 for sure. Let's see what happens. They painted a Brave Forge. They did pitch a blue. Okay, if they pitched a red, we felt better about this. Yeah, it's really all we can do though. We can block exactly 4. They're going to go over by 3, but then they don't have Arsenal. I think this is fine, because this still forces the card out of them. They won't get Arsenal. And if it's not actually a pump, then it's... okay. It is. They're going to get their counter here, but that's okay. We might just pivot with Carrion Husk anyway. We'll have our Blood Rush turn to follow up. We just need to actually draw a hand that's live for it. I used to have extra foil Levias, Nathan, but they were in my trade binder, which it was part of what was lost in FedEx. Okay. Oh my god. I just took a shower. I've got all this like lotion on my hair still. We'll see how long the fro keeps up. This is not great, but it's playable. Alright, we can just try to husk right now. Sure. Let's see it. Let's see it. Massive punish if they don't have something. They likely do, but at least this doesn't trigger reprise. Whatever. If we can get away with this kind of really greedy block, then our Blood Rush will send us so far ahead. They're thinking. So it could be like a singing with no reprise. They could deem that worth it. Yeah, they're thinking, so they definitely have some reaction here. The safest would have been to go ahead and throw just one other thing on top of it. But to be fair, if they had a singing, even then, that actually wouldn't cover it. Funny enough. If we went 9. Okay, they don't. They don't do anything. That's massive for us. Massive. Okay, so we double blood rushed, but we only drew 1 blue. We can try to get really lucky here with drawing another blue and keeping it off the back of like a pulping or wild ride. That'd be nice. Oh my god, we actually hit Beast Within. Holy shoot. Alright, it's coming. It's coming. Jesus. Alright, we don't even try to pretend about those lines. This is like a Pablo game right here. This is a Pablo game. I think whenever I have just like the most insane luck, we gotta just pour one out for Pablo. He unfortunately had to bear it on camera. But sometimes it just happens. This is gonna be nuts. This just turned into a nuts turn. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna go in with 1 claw to be safe. Because if I lead with one of those, I might, miss the discard and then whatever. Falls apart. We played today, Tombsayer on Fi. I'm not a new player, I'm just having fun with Talishard, not trying to be a perfect tryhard player. Was trying out Fi on a semi-budget without Art of Wars. Okay, I was wondering, because normally you don't see people try like budget versions of decks on Talishard because you just have access to everything. Alright, this in Arsenal is a little bit worse than the Wild Ride, but it's okay. We cannot complain about this turn. It would be gross if we started to complain about this turn, so we're not. We are not going to. Yeah, insane. Insane. We did block with a Dread Screamer early. 2 of them, actually, so it's not likely we'll play this out next to one. It'll probably be an Art of War turn. Oh, which we actually just drew. Okay. Double Art of War at that. Well. This game. This game's a little strange. Not gonna lie. A little strange. Well, funny enough, we actually quite like this. We arsenal the Art of War. I guess keep the Reckless in hand. We could also push a little bit further with Art of War for the +1, banish the Graveling, knowing that we have a blue. Sure. Oh, now we found a Doomsday. Oh yeah, it got very interesting. Huh. Very strange. We can even just sit on the Reckless. We're so ahead that we might not even need to cycle out the Reckless in Arsenal. We can just use it to actually close the game. Be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. Now, what was funny about you pitching for the Phoenix Flame is it actually interrupted the Deadwood Rumbler. If you were really trying to get ahead on the matchup, then maybe that's actually a correct line as well. Knowing that Levi's going second, you just get the Phoenix Flame to hand so that you don't have to worry about Deadwood, Luca. So, in a way, like, you outplayed that hella hard, just saying. It was impressive. Alright, we actually have misses in the graveyard for once. It doesn't normally come up. Alright. Pretty crazy. Okay, we drew Dread Screamer. Dread Screamer into Blasmafet sounds okay. However, if we miss on the banish, That definitely stops being okay, doesn't it? Actually, don't mind just taking a moment here to refill the graveyard with some 6s. We don't need these cards. Phew! Alright, it hit. Did it hit any misses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It hit 1 Art of War. But it does refill it with the blue Dread Screamer. Not great. The cool thing about keeping Reckless in Arsenal here is we can kind of just sit on it indefinitely because it just wins us the game. If we do need to cycle it out, we have that on demand with Crown. Oh, we drew a Blood Rush hand. Pretty nice. So on a Blood Rush hand, we actually have options because we could push the Reckless Swing out just to have a better Blood Rush. Or we can hope that the Blood Rush actually gets us there to the point where Reckless Swing does end the game. Is this at Blasphemfet? Oh, it's at Blasphemfet, so we actually don't even get to Crown. That's okay. They're at 5. Should be fine. Cool. Yep, this will be totally fine. Totally fine. If they don't die now, they will die to the Reckless. We will throw 20 at them. We will take 7 blood debt. It's okay. Wait, what do you mean in try? There was nothing wrong about the commentary on that Fi game, Josh. You don't gotta defend me. It's okay. All we did was assume that it was a new Fi because of the equipment suite. But the reality was it wasn't a new Fi, it was just someone trying to use budget cards. Same deal. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, you're 1 away, you're 1 away. Can you do it? Can you just take 1 more? Can you just take 1 more? Alright, they took 1 more. We win. We will now just win. Oh yeah, the top 8's actually on Saturday. So I have to drive all day Friday. Ohio is far. Ohio is far from me. So we have to actually make that trek first. Alright, we took 7 blood debt, funny enough, and we still feel okay about it. We could just win through the Dominate right here. It discarded Mark the Beast. Wow. So blood debt's off and we can even play Graveling. Sick. A win. Columbus isn't far for you, Nathan. I gotta drive like 6 hours or whatever. The cool thing about this trip, though, it's gonna work out great. Woman Sant actually needs to go to Columbus. GG's. Actually needs to go to Columbus for some school stuff. She's doing like a little bit of a boot camp over the weekend. So her school is actually reimbursing like the gas and the hotel because she has to go anyway. So that's like super fortunate. Oh my gosh. If that wasn't the case, like I might not be able to go. Kind of crazy. Oh, 17 hours, Josh? Are you actually going? That's crazy. That's crazy if you are. I'd cap out driving for an event at like 6 hours. If you can split it with someone else, maybe like 10 hours. Oh, we can just join this game, maybe. Oh, I want to play like an Iyslander or something. We've seen these matchups before, but it's okay. And I wonder if the sideboard is just actually so wrong right now. Because Fatigue Oldhim is really not the matchup it used to be. Pulse is gone. Really takes a lot away from their deck. So you might just not need to force the Yellow Dread Screamers in that case. And then these can actually go to other slots. We're just barely using the sideboard ever, though. It's really mostly for Fi. Oh, nice. Wow, last time we played against Dromai, we also saw Deeper to Evil turn 1. Crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we do want to cycle out. Let's get rid of the Boneyard here. Just Arsenal the Endless Maw. Alright, this is the Mage Master version. This one is actually a bit more defensive, so seeing the Deep Rooted is this early, very good. Very good for us. Impressive. iPad is tough. First time watching live, been lurking the previous vids. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. I mean, today in particular is really not the normal engagement level that I normally go for. This is my last chance to just have time to jam games into the Battle Hardened this weekend. And it's not just the Battle Hardened, there's also a PTI event. So, you know, that's 2 tournaments back to back where I need to really lock in, get in the mindset, and just not punt a single Levia game. Because her wins don't really come easy. You do have to work for them. It's the unfortunate truth. And we already punted 1 game legitimately. I think the other ones were just a bit unlucky. Rough. Alright, so they're doing all this mostly to get Ash, but also to put Burn Them All on top. Thing about keeping the Gravelings, though, is that pulping doesn't really do much with them. Like the best case is just pulping discards 1. And then we can, you know, have a turn. So I don't love that. I think let's just get rid of him. Use him as graveyard fill, just pulping for 6. That'll just be the turn. Sucks though, because we're blocking with cards that normally get a lot of value. Started Fab a week ago. Sheesh. Welcome to the best game you've ever played. I truly think that's the case for Fab, at least with me. I really loved most of the games I played previously. X-Wing, Yu-Gi-Oh! For a bit, Pokemon. But Fab has this community that is just the most positive I've ever come across. And a company that really feels like they care about you as a player. Unreal. I mean, LSS heard about the whole FedEx thing that was going on where all my shit got lost. And they legitimately sent me the Pro Tour stuff. I don't know if any of you saw this. They sent a handwritten note to the Demonastery's favorite disciple. We're sorry to hear that many of your treasures were lost to the void, and hope that this gift helps subdue some of the bloody horrors you've seen. With love, LSS. And they just straight up replaced the Pro Tour entry kit, which is amazing because like that's expensive. If you actually want to replace that out of pocket, it's so much money. And I didn't want to replace it out of pocket because I freaking owned that stuff. It just disappeared in the FedEx thing. And they reached out and they sent it. It's unbelievable. Like, you think Pokemon would ever do that for you? Hell no. There was even some comparison someone made on Twitter where they reached out to WotC, the Wizards of the Coast, the one who owns Magic the Gathering, because of some damaged product. And they were straight told, like, we understand you think it's damaged, but we're not going to help you. And that's crazy when you compare Fab saying, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe this happened to you. Here is free stuff. It's a very different company. Where'd Themai go? There she is. Alright, Themai is really not that threatening. If they ever swing with it, I'll pop it, but for now it's not a big deal. Well, we definitely want to use the Art of War on the go again here. The thing is, I actually think I prefer to banish the Rouse the Ancients more than anything. Because I don't want to ramp the Blood Debt yet. And this actually, it's not perfect. We'll have to lose the whole hand to actually get the Swing Big Endless Maw off. I was hoping we'd draw a blue, but it's okay. It does work out. Yep, this is at their face. We did hit the Deep-Rooted Evil. Oh, that's good to know. Ooh, that makes me not want to pitch the Swing Big, though. Or pitch the Dread Screamer, rather. So that the Dread Screamer actually can play it back next turn. It's okay. I still want to throw this damage at their face. because it's a lot of damage. There we go, 8. It's a really well-designed game for the most part with a few hiccups. They've definitely hiccuped. I mean, if you played the game rather in the Starvo meta, I don't blame you if you quit. I was damn near close to just stopping playing the game. It was not fun. I had negative fun at every single event with Starvo being around. So that sucked. But for the most part, they do tend to not let that happen, I think. I mean, Chain was an issue, Briar was an issue, but they weren't Starvo level. No worries, Santa. I'm intentionally just sometimes making silly moves. Block out everything, my hand's okay. I see. Yeah, I mean, it's Talishar. There's no ladder, right? Like, some people get really butthurt about wins on Talishar or, like, undo buttons. I don't care about that stuff. It's Talishar. It's a testing platform. You know, if you want to take back the whole turn just to try something else, go for it. There's no ladder. Like, if you win or if I lose or, you know, whatever, it doesn't affect anybody. Don't get so upset about it. I see people complain on Twitter all the time about Talishar. Oh, this is quite good. Alright, Tomultai. Darn you. Darn you, dude. There goes my scabbies. Oh, never mind. There goes Gamblers. Ah, that's okay. It's effectively the same. I mean, I could still roll scabs, but I'm probably not. Yeah. Goodbye, Tomultai. Thank goodness Moragai wasn't on the board. That'd be terrifying. Alright, same deal. We could actually keep the Reckless in Arsenal, but they're at 28. Nah. Because in a way, Deadwood Rumbler is more playable. In theory, like it just might come up, so we could just keep that instead. That's why their hobby is painting minis for games like Conquest Infinity played MTG. I don't even know when Arabian Nights came out. My MTG knowledge is trash, so don't worry about me. It's pretty funny, Nathan. I got the feeling you were a MTG player. Not gonna lie. I think it was the beanie. Gave it away. Part of the problem with Chain was people were still learning the card evaluation. Yeah, Chain was just a weird point in the game for sure, because he came out when everyone just started. Like, Monarch was when it really hit big in the US. Really hit big. And so people started playing it, and they were like, oh, this is like Dredge and MTG. I get it. But I think they skipped what normal card evaluation is for your average hero, because Chain was so different. Okay. Interesting hand. Actually kind of want to lead with Dread Screamer and then roll Scabs, funny enough. We could also make Doomsday live just by leading with leading with Dread Screamer. It's not likely because it has to hit exactly these two, but it could happen, so we'll do it. Nope. Oh, yeah, we'll send this face. What we could do now, though, is actually... Oh no, this won't quite work, will it? I was going to say we could Art of War, say +1 go again, and then pay into the Deep Rooted Evil, but then we actually have no floating, so that doesn't do anything. Does not do anything. I still want to roll Scabs here. Blood Debt's already off. If we roll Scabs and hit, it's incredible. We, you know, claw the passing and actually play out Deep Rooted. It would be nice. We don't even have to play out Deep Rooted. We could just clear the Deadwood Rumbler. How many ones can we hit tonight? Rolled a 3. Okay. Rolled a 3. So in that case, I think we'll just send the Deep Rooted Evil at Passing Mirage. Keep the Doomsday in hand. For most likely... No, not even necessarily next turn, because if we Husk and we play out the Deep Rooted, then we're not at 6. So actually, let's just do this. If we Husk, we can go ahead and play out the Blasphemfet. I really don't think I've played Blasphemfet out against a Dromai more than maybe once, so I'm not entirely sure how high value he is, but we'll find out. We will find out. Billowing Mirage. Yeah, I'm very keen to just Carrion Husk right now. That sounds awful. But I just want to hit 6 already. I believe they'll attack with something else. Come on. They'll do it. And if they don't, then we can at least wild ride off this blue and hit something good. We'll see. Starvo meta was your best performance, only one deck to counter. In the States, people loved Viscerai. There was a lot of Viscerai. A lot. It was not fun. That OTK Viscerai was the most negative play experience I've ever seen. Like, the deck itself wasn't as tilting as Starvo, but for Levia in particular, the matchup just made you want to quit. No good. No good. Okay, now do we husk? Ugh. Don't want to. Don't want to, but we're so ahead, we can actually make a play like that. We could also just, you know... Oh, actually, what am I saying? We have Mark the Beast. Oh, yeah, hold up. This goes to Banish. Alright, I'm bad. I forgot. This goes to Banish. We're set. We did it. Alright, so now we get Wild Ride into Doomsday. We'll take Blood Debt. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if this is right anymore. They only have one dragon, though, so they don't really get like a free swing into our Doomsday turn. We could still try to, instead, Wild Ride first, try to discard the Beast Within. It's a 50-50 at that point to turn off Blood Debt. Nah, I just want to do this. I feel it in my bones. Oh, we discarded a Blood Rush, though. Okay, never mind. We discarded a Blood Rush. Well, there goes a huge swing in that case. Oh, alright. We also didn't have to pop the Themai, I guess, but that's how we got to 6 with the Mark the Beast. Nah, so Doomsday was just a bait more than anything there. Just a bait. We get to play it out, but it doesn't buy us 6 life because we're taking 6 life to play it. And we don't even get to swing it on the turn we summon it. Super weak. Super weak. I'm a Katsu main, and oh my god, Starvo meta almost ruined me psychologically. Yeah. Well, if you're still a Katsu main, I'm sure you haven't recovered that much. Katsu is still in a rough spot. Oh, Josh, you went all in on the Prism bling? Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. Plasmafed is really not something that comes out on a per matchup basis. It's really when you see it. If you see it and it's live, then, you know, play it. It can be a bit of a liability into Katsu. Like, Katsu is one where you probably just don't want to play it. Into Iyslander, it's insane. But you'll play it into anything. It's not like there's a specific matchup where you're waiting for it. Because it's a one-of, right? So you don't get much control over when it comes up. Alright, so this is actually fine. We want to cycle out the Deadwood anyway. Cool, we found a blue. Nice. They're definitely not going to swing with the Miragai, but oh, I wish they would. They left Plasmafed up. That's interesting. Okay, so this Claw does kill the Miragai here. Miragai does have to die. Just how it goes. This Claw can go face. And then we will just Boneyard for 8 at their face, and Arsenal Mark of the Beast. Well, actually, I don't know. How many How many Art Wars have we seen? We've seen one there, and that's it. Okay, so actually, Savage Feast and Arsenal should be better. Yeah, so there's 2 more Art Wars coming. Or did we pitch one? I feel like maybe we pitched one this game. Haven't really paid attention. But if there are 2 more coming, then we should Arsenal the Savage Feast instead. It's way better when you have Gamblers up, but, you know, of course we don't have it up. Okay, so that's 2 Blood Rushes gone, because unfortunately we did discard 1 at random. Our graveyard is at exactly 3 misses. I think we still have enough gas to win. They can try to stabilize if they start blocking out soon, though, because we really only have 2 more big pushes on average. Oh, they take it, though. That's quite good for us. Ooh, close to having a Rouse hand. Very close to having a Rouse hand. Ooh, I almost want to just get greedy on Scabs here. It's so wrong. It is very, very wrong. But I'd like it. Now, best case is, you know, they kept this whole hand to try to swing a Dominia at me or something, and then we just have a handful of poppers anyway. And no matter what they do, we'd be able to turn off Blood Debt. I'd love that. It's a rake turn, though. I see. I see. Plasma Fight you probably see most often in Blitz. Clear win condition against Oldhim. Yeah, that's super true. In Blitz, the deck's more concentrated, right? You're going to just tear through it. And legitimately, it's insane against Oldhim. It is very hard for that deck to come back if you stuck a Plasma Fight on the board. Oh, they undid it. What's happening? Oh, I guess they can actually swing it into Plasma Fight. That's what they're doing here. They're going to swing it into Plasma Fight. I see. Yep. It's better for them because the Pursuit doesn't actually care what it hits, just if it hits. So if they're doing that, I think we actually get greedy on the Scab Skins. Oh, okay, never mind. They're going to just clear it and still throw Pursuit at face. That's alright, I guess. I really expected them to throw this at Plasma to guarantee draw 5, but I get it. They take a card either way. I think it would have been better for them to hit it there, though. Soon. Hobbit is distracting. Oh, okay. They must have a child. They must have a child. Alright, so we unfortunately just throw 7 here. At least they're at 10, right? And they only have 2 uses of Flame Skill left. That's 3 life. They're getting pretty low. I was playing her since the day she came out, then just happened to get all the code foil through trades. So close. Then she hits LL and I cry. Hey, okay, Josh. However, you can play her in Blitz, and she's actually quite solid in Blitz right now, right? You can also play her in Clash, and she's pretty good in Clash. If you have any interest in that format. It's not for everybody, of course. Just fan-made for fun. But we should be getting some games recorded this weekend of Clash, finally. Oh, this is cool. This is good. This is good. They played a Sync, a Fate, and a Sync. They're not keeping anything for Arsenal regardless. They're pitching the Invoke Optimize, so this will never actually block for 6 anymore. That's pretty much the only thing it could. So we want to keep the full hand. We do. So we might as well actually Carrion Husk here. It might be the last time they actually throw that tall. The other option would be we just eat it. We don't pop any of their dragons, and then we just Husk Kyloria and keep this whole hand. That's also fine. That is also fine. It'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they just might not swing with Kyloria anyway. That's fine. Oh, Chris! OMG! It's Mansant. It's Chris Bewley! It's Mansant! It's Chris Bewley! Has there been a better combo ever in the history of the ages? No. Love you too. Ethan, why do I keep losing to Oldhims? If they're full aggro, it's just gonna be an aggro Guardian matchup. That's just gonna be what it is. It's a game of inches for sure. Aggro Guardian is just never gonna be a cakewalk. You have to play it really, really tight. We also don't get to just throw in a couple defense reacts like some other decks do to just make the matchup better, because we do have to care so much about our 6s. If it's a Fatigue Oldhim that you're losing to, then, you know, just try the Deeper to Evil Dread Screamer strat, just like run it at 64, whatever it is. But if it's aggro, then look, you're probably doing everything you can. Sometimes the games just don't work out. Trust me, on stream now, I've played into Bravo like 4 freaking times, and I just can't win. It's just not happening. It's not in the cards right now. Okay, there we go. This is what we talked about. Exactly what we predicted happened. Beautiful. They're at 10. We get a pulping turn. Obviously, we really hope we discard Beast Within. Even if we don't, we can probably turn off Blood Debt with Savage Feast right after. If this misses, holy moly, we'll be sad. It doesn't. It doesn't. Marco, thanks for the subscription. Thank you, thank you. This is fine in a way. We get to Claw Savage Feast. We'll turn off Blood Debt, but then we'll end up with a awkward card. A card with no purpose. That's fine. At least it turns off Blood Debt. Okay, with this Claw Swing, we can actually just clear the Kyloria right now. Just remove a threat. Or we can go face since they're at 9. I think I would rather end up going face since we know we're going to reset Arsenal here. We're likely to be able to block down with a card. Anyway, with Savage Feast. We could also roll Scabs to get insanely greedy. No thank you. But we could. What would really suck is if we Savage Feast now and actually like lose the last Blood Rush, right? That would be awful. Looks like we only took 1, right? Yep, we only took 1 out of the Graveling. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then we can even Arsenal the Rouse here. I just want to make sure on 7s we've got a Red Hungering there. We've got Yellow Wrecker there. We've got Swing Big. And that's it? Okay, so Rouse should actually be pretty live if we put it in Arsenal. Even with the Graveling in hand right here. So it should be okay. EVS for Chris Bewley, X for life. Where's the clash testing at? Oh, clash testing doesn't matter right now, unfortunately. We're prepping for the Battle Hardened this weekend. We got to. We got to. Alright, so we did draw this Blood Rush. Definitely getting punished by not clearing the Kyloria here. Definitely a punish. Interesting. Interesting. So if we let this hit, of course they just Arsenal whatever that is. I don't think I want to let it hit then. We'll have to just give up on the Blood Rush this turn. It's okay. We can win through other means. We'll just play the Art of War Banish. Go again. Because we at least have Deeper to Evil that we can play. Yep, okay. Perfect. That's actually, like, better than expected, right? Because we even drew the 1 cost there. Sweet. Sweet. James is looking at you funny? Wink for him. Wink for him. Tell him it's from me. Give him a little hug. Love, James. Ball Lightning for life. Now, you can't play Ball Lightning in Clash. We follow the commoner ban list. It's all about the commoner ban list. I'm not putting more thought into it than that. We're making it easy on ourselves. Hey, man, Sam, what do you think of Rock KO? I mean, I just don't really think about KO that much in general, to be fair. Rock in KO, in a way, it's kind of like the perfect weapon for him. Because he's not really that much of a Blood Rush deck. He's not really that much of a club deck. You can fall back on like a club value plan and sometimes trade your hands for above rate, right? But maybe if you run, you know, your really strong 6s that could double, and then also fall back on like energy potions and Amulet of Ignitions in the meantime, to then get your rock off on in-between turns, that could be kind of cool. Oh, and we drew all reds. Nice. And we drew all reds. Awful. You know how good even 1 blue would be in this hand? Come on, game. Come on, game. So they played the burn them all, so we actually do care about popping, which is a little unfortunate. Actually, no, we don't want to use the swing big. We want to use the endless maw. We want to keep the swing big in hand because it's more likely to trigger rouse next turn. We'll just play the Boneyard Marauder here. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But it's okay. We're definitely in a great spot. See ya, Chris. See ya, see ya. Alright, well, they definitely have a defense react. Show me. Or is it triple sigil like the last Dromai? What are my notifications here? Whoa, okay. I have no idea what this says, but someone in Japanese... Oh, Chris, are you watching still? Come on. You know Japanese a little bit, right? Someone in Japanese is enjoying the Clash format. And then, look at this little bit of English. Thanks for the great format. Sheesh. Did I single-handedly get Japan hooked on Flesh and Blood? Look at this. Look at this. They're digging it. That's pretty hype. I have no idea what it says. Someone help. Can I translate the tweet? Translate tweet. I was told about an unofficial format called Clash that was recently created on Reddit. It was not created on Reddit, come on. It's a card pool between Commoner and Blitz, and it's a recommended format for beginners who start with a pre-constructed Blitz deck. That is the right pitch. Good job. Nice and succinct. Alright, this is the kind of hand. This is the kind of hand we win the game on. Dope. I found it to be the absolute best way to introduce new players. Absolutely agree. Hands freaking down. Okay, so unless we somehow lose to this swing, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, we should win. We should just clean up this game right here. Oh, I guess I could have popped something, huh? Oh, shoot, that's my bad, huh? I could have popped it. Oh, but it's Chromai. It's Chromai. No, I guess I don't care about all this. But they have no more equipment, so us being able to go 7-8 should just be enough to end the game. Wait, I should have popped it still, though, right? No, maybe it's like a Kylori or something. Something with a hit effect. Like a Vincerikai. There we go. Yep, we're being smart. We're playing around Vincerikai. That's what it is. Alright, if they have like a sigil here, on top of a defense reaction, we will start to crumble. It's true. Alright, so I guess the first thing we should do is actually not waste our Dread Screamer. If we rouse, show double, swing big, that still is enough to trigger. And it will show us a bit about what they have. Because maybe if they can survive this, we do need to care about turning off Blood Debt. I hope they can't, but, you know, they very well could. They could very well could. Well, we'll see. We'll see from the blocks here. They don't have to give us full information, though, because if they block even 6 here... Okay, so they're going to show us a defense reaction. And, oh, it's an Oasis from Arsenal. Okay. Cool. So that does block 7. They go up to 3. They have 2 left. So if one of those is a defense reaction, then Swing Big does not close. Oh, actually, no, that's not even true anymore because they healed, right? So they went to 3. So coming in for 8, they block 6. Nope, so we do have to turn off Blood Debt here. Good thing we at least have that option, right? And we'll kill the Chromai. Cool. Yeah, at least we had that option. So in that case, we actually should have just swung with the Dread Screamer first. But we did think it could be lethal. We just had to make sure. Alright. This hand's fine. This hand is fine, because we have the Deep-Rooted Evil we can play out. Oops, no, that's the wrong one. We do have to block with this one. This is a new Dromai. We could forcefully end the turn right here. We don't want to, though. We hope that this is the last turn we really eat damage. It's not even that much damage. Sheesh. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, so even if they pay for Ghostly Touch, we don't die here either, which is nice. There's no singular card that kills us here. Okay, this turns off Blood Debt, this does not. So we can leave that there. We need to start worrying about WinCon, though. We have Pulping there, Blue Dread Screamer there. We have Blood Rush, Blood Rush. I could have sworn we went through all 3 Blood Rush, didn't we? Wait, did we not? I really thought we did already this game, because we discarded one or something. Or maybe the games are blending. Now, that's definitely only 2 Blood Rush there. Huh. Okay. So we should just win as soon as we see that anyway. Or is this the game where we decided to like pitch one for an Art of War turn instead? I feel like that happened. That must have been what happened. Okay. Now we come in for 6. This demands double block. They already showed they had a defense reaction. They already tossed it here. Maybe they have another defense reaction. I guess that could be it. They go to 1. That could definitely be it. Okay, yep. Fate foreseen. They go to 1. This is starting to become a little terrifying. Okay, not anymore. Never mind. We drew Boneyard Martyr and Mark the Beast. Pretty nice. Yep, so we pop this. We will take 3 damage. Please don't be another Dromai. Please, for the love of God. Not like this. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, the other issue is taking this kind of damage means if we don't actually win through another 12 swing, then they can just trickle to death kill us with these Ashwings. That would be awful. Okay, it looks like that was not an Asvalai or a Dromai. That's pretty great. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and Burn Them All is nowhere near to breaking. So it's likely they survive this, right? This would have to be a 2-block. They do run some 2-blocks. They've got the Passing Mirage, they've got the Pursuit of Knowledge, the Cadaverous Contraband. It could also be like the Oasis or something. 3rd Oasis. Sheesh. Yeah, that's what I mentioned about Burn Them All. Got too giddy on the... Nope, okay. It's a full block 6 turn. Great. Or block 12 turn. Got too giddy on the... whatchamacallit? The Swing Big Rouse turn. Sweaty. Okay, so we do win, though. Or no, we can't Reckless Swing on these little attacks, can we? Right, they don't count. Because it's not an attacking hero. Yeah, so Reckless actually doesn't win. So the good news is, though, if we really think we can win on this next attack, which I do feel it. I do feel the win on the next attack. Did we banish the Deep-Rooted Evil yet? We did not. Huh. If we pop this, we're still dead next turn anyway to... Or not next turn, but the next 2 turns anyway to the Burn Them All. So I think we just have to hope this hand pulls through. Alright, it's going to be 1-1. It's either win this turn or they win. Okay, here we go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is just play out the Dread Screamer. If they block it exactly 4, we can just Art of War to win. I hope that's what happens. I really wanted to hit the Deeper to Evil there, but looks like it's not happening. All we really need to do is draw 1 attack, though, and we should be fine off the Art of War here. Alright, they're going to overblock it. Okay, so then we won't even say +1. I don't know. Should we say +1 regardless? Because if we banish the Graveling, we're just relying on the draw. Yeah, so Go Again wouldn't do anything because it can't be Claw Claw, so it has to be +1 every time anyway. Alright, banish. Buff. Alright, this should do it. This will be 7. Unless it's a defense reaction. Or a sigil or something. What on earth have they been holding on to? Is it a sigil? I hope it's a sigil. I hope it's a sigil. They're saying GG. Okay, it's not a sigil. Sheesh. Or what if it is a sigil after all this? Come on. Show me the sigil. Don't be like this. Show me the sigil. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god. GG's. Whew. Yeah, we got really greedy on the Rouse turn. Should have just played it safe regardless with the Dread Screamer into Swing Big. It was 1 more damage anyway to do it that way. And we didn't have to waste Arsenal. That was the greed turn. Phew. Oy, oy, oy. Levia. Alright, this is our... it might be our last game. We need to get off at 11, right? So, it's 10:30. Probably last game. I really want to see an Iyslander or something. Robin, if you're here, you said you'd play Iyslander. Jump in this. Oh my god, it's a Bravo again. Alright, whatever. I want this redemption game still. I want to beat the freaking Bravo. Let's do it. Let's do it. We actually didn't edit the list at all, though, but I really think there should be at least 1 Reinforce the Line in here. It's alright. Oh, this is probably a fast game, Robin, honestly. It's another Bravo. A Levia queued into you and left. Whoa. Scaredy cats. Is this one of the Bravos we already played? I don't remember. Alright, show me some disgusting dominate turn 1. Just do it to me, Bravo. I'm ready. Oh, you did? I went to the lobby and I didn't see anyone hosting a game. Sorry. You're off? Alright, Josh. Good luck with the games. It is all over the weekend, but thank you. Yes. I'll do my best. Okay, this is great. We get a bit of a cycle. We get a Go Again in hand. I'm down with this. If they red pummel, we leak 1, whatever. Yeah, I don't think they should have swung there, but it's alright. Okay, so we get a Endless Maw then. It's not actually that bad. We'll get an Endless Maw into Arsenaling the Wild Ride. Seems pretty good. Get a clean 9. Arsenal a Go Again target. Or Go Again enabler. It's not bad. This is actually where Einrot Gauntlet is pretty big, because it is going to be graveyard fill. But, sweet dreams, Josh. If you're going to bed. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's morning for you. Alright, Vapor Scene and Arsenal. Nice. Good value. Okay, into a live Blood Rush hand. This is looking okay. And that is just vanilla damage. It is just vanilla damage. It's a lot. It is a lot. They're showing Thunderquake, Debilitate. So all their turn is going to be is Rouse into a Nothos. It's damage, but we are going to take it. I actually think they probably should have just played Debilitate out because they had one thing floating. They had one Seismic. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, Robin, yes, we will play after this one. I'm feeling a quickie. Alright, Dale. Interesting. Okay. Not bad. Not the worst. We can Wild Ride right after pitching the Rouse here. Hope to get that triggering with Beast Within. You never know. If it doesn't, it's still fine. We can probably pitch into the Mandible Claw for the kind of damage we wanted out of this turn. Of course, this could also draw and miss, right? What if that happens? Sheesh. Okay, it does hit. A little interesting, though. This doesn't enable much here, does it? What it does instead is it lets us just swing with Beast Within if we really want for an extra 3 damage, but then we don't get Arsenal. Compared to arsenaling the Beast Within and then we're forced to crown it away. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. At least we discarded that, though. We could have discarded the Eye of Ophidia, to be fair, so can't complain too much. Because if we discarded the Eye of Ophidia, turn was just over. I think I'm going to go for the extra damage. We should find a turn where we can reset Arsenal. I feel it. Oh, but pitching Eye will let us dig a bit more. And so we might just automatically put ourselves into the next Blood Rush hand. Now we're going to do it. More damage. Dread Screamer swing big. We can keep the Dread Screamer on top. We unfortunately do take Blood Debt here. We unfortunately do. Okay, this is actually a very okay hand. We don't want to block with it because it returns 12 and gives us an Arsenal. So it's probably an equipment turn. Probably an equipment turn. But Savage Feast is pretty good in a spot like this because we're looking to reset Arsenal anyway, so it's just an extra Boneyard quasi Graveling type card. It's a Righteous. It's a Righteous. Do we really care about Righteous? Like, we don't care about Righteous. It's 10 damage, but they spent an entire hand to deal 10. It puts us at 15. We can keep Husk through that. Yeah, I really just don't think we care. Sure. Because we know we're turning off Blood Debt as well. So yeah, go ahead. Deal 10. Cleanse my deck. It's full of dirty Lovecraftian horrors, like this wonderful Dread Screamer. They banish a Wrecker Romp. Well, that's fine with me. Oh wow, they banished 3 Wrecker Romps. Honestly, I'm happy with that. I mean, those would clump my hand. I'm very okay with that. That means I don't have to put one in Arsenal. I am A-okay with that. Because 3 of my next 5 draws would have been a card I really didn't want in Arsenal. So. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that I got 3 cards out of my deck, but the win con here is not them actually decking me out. They just need to survive the onslaught. This card in Arsenal is also not very good. Holy crap. That was a bad 5 cards on top of the deck. Wow. That was a bad 5 cards. He helped there. They helped a lot. They helped a lot. Okay, so actually, we're incentivized to crown here, for sure. Because we have a hand that actually is Rouse Live. We're just hoping that this next card actually turns off Blood Debt. That'd be nice. Okay, so they can't actually pummel this. So we should be safe if we block 5 here. Puts us to 14. Husk lives. We can cycle out the Soul Harvest. Nice. I'll take that. This is looking up. This is looking up. The only issue would be we miss Blood Debt, I guess. There are exactly 3. So we're going to show this, and we're going to show this, because those are the cards that we will play out. Oh, wait. Oops. Undo. That's the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Oops. I forgot it has to be 13 exactly. We had it in hand. Oops. What all I missed matchup-wise? It's been dash dash, bravo, bravo, dromai, dromai, phi, phi? Is that right? And we're about to play an Iyslander to wrap up the night. We're going to play this match, then we're going to play Robin on Iyslander. Okay. Not bad. Now, we did leave the exact 3 misses still, and we're adding 1 with the Rouse. That's a bit rough. Going to be at 4 misses in Graveyard with only 3 hits. That is scary. And they're keeping a full 5 cards here. We haven't seen Reckless, so I guess there's a world where that wins us the game, actually. If it comes up in, like, the next 3 hands. Because it looks like they really want to keep this. Nope. Okay. Giving us 1. Alright, give us a Dread Screamer and a blue next to this Graveling, please. Not quite it, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay, so we see a Spinal Crush probably backed by a Pummel. It's really not the biggest deal. If they do pummel it, which is very likely, we can just go ahead and discard the Deadwood Rumbler. Through this hit effect, we were just going to play the Mark the Beast anyway. Oh, so I guess it should actually be here, because we want to fill the graveyard. We do want to fill the graveyard, yeah. So we'll do this. I really hope it is a pummel. Yep, it is a pummel. Okay, that's totally fine. We can get rid of this. You can still return 6. I don't actually want to discard the Beast Within there, because there's no reason to take the damage. There's nothing we could do with the extra card in hand. Once Crippling hit 2 Beast Within off your friend. Yes! That's... See, maybe what we do as Levia players is scare off Bravos into ever playing Crippling. They just assume, oh, they'll probably just discard Beast Withins. What's even the point of casting Crippling? That's the mindset we gotta push them towards. Gotta pretend that that's how it works. Okay, they kept another 3 cards, though. That is scary. Not so bad for us, though. If there's a world where we can just keep this hand, it's quite good. Is there a world where we keep the hand, though? Not quite sure yet. This could definitely be... Okay, it doesn't look like it now, but it could have been a Terra Sunder Anothos turn. Those are just backbreaking. They are awful. But it might just be Anothos for 6. And if it's just Anothos for 6, we take this every freaking day. Oh, yeah. Yep. They can't pummel it, so we should be good. Now, the curse is against Bravo. Whenever I play Blood Rush and it should win the game, I just brick into no way to turn off Blood Debt. That has happened now pretty much every game. So we don't want to get ourselves stuck in that position. So instead, we're going to lead with Art of War. Banishing the Boneyard. What are they saying? Let's go about? I'm not quite sure. Okay, yeah, so we will lead with the Graveling. And then we can actually just Arsenal the Reckless Swing and we should win. We can just go Graveling, Graveling. Arsenal Reckless and we win. Eventually. Alright, they blocked a clean 7. Wow, they can block a clean 7 again with the Iron Rod, actually. It's pretty scary. So if that's the case, maybe we actually just force the Blood Rush then. Because we can at least go Claw Claw. Yeah, let's do it. Sure, we'll do this. That also wins the game. Should be enough damage. Cool! We did it! We finally beat a Bravo. Jesus. Jesus. Freaking rough. This matchup. This matchup. Woo! GG's. Big finish, big finish. We actually could have closed in a bunch of different ways, depending on how they blocked there. If they didn't have a D-React, then we probably would have just gone for the 7-7 Arsenal Reckless. Nah. I've got a friend wanting to play next. Thank you, though. Alright, Robin, let's do it. Robin. What do you think? Are you asking about the Bravo matchup? Bravo matchup is like 40-60. It's not great. Bravo's the one deck that legitimately makes a Levia scared. I think almost any... And Kano. I think most of the time you can sit down from any deck and feel like, alright, if the deck just doesn't betray me, we're in. This is at least a 50-50. But like Kano and Bravo are the two that are a bit below that. This is the matchup every week with Kale. Oh, well, how's your record against that, Ian? How's your record there? I hope it's good. Robin, you sent me the link. Thank you. Alright, Robin, just be honest. Is this attack Iyslander or not? Just be honest, okay? Just be honest. I need to know. This will be the last game, by the way. Last game, then I gotta go. It's been a long day. Been working on the cosplay a long time. A lot of spray paint. It sucks? Yeah, Ian, that's the reality. It does suck. What's your pro tip? How have you made it better? How have you made it better? I think Skull Crushers is legitimately better than Iron Rod in that matchup. I like Iron Rod against Phi, but... It has a lot of attacks, but it's not full Michael Hamilton. Okay, so what I'm never sure about is taking Carrion Husk or Tunic against Iyslander. The safer bet is Tunic, of course. But depending on the attacks, it could be Carrion Husk. But we'll still go Tunic then. We'll still go Tunic. We'll not get too crazy about it. And then we will take out some of the low value reds. Where'd they go? These ones. These ones can go. Ready. Alright. Let's see it. Is it really Claw Goliath? Or is it Lantern Goliath, or is it Claw Null Gloves? I still am not sure. This is quite the hand, though. I like this. I like this. This is a Shadow Blasphephet, pull Deep Rooted Evil right out that deck. Why don't you? Aether Ice Vein. Okay, get a little graveyard fill going. I don't hate it, thank you. Sure, we'll pitch in 3. Oh, actually, oops, let me undo that, sorry. I will pitch in with this. Both of those on top? Nah, we can put them both on the bottom. They're fine there. Ooh. It's a little rough. Little rough. Maybe we should have left the 6, actually. Knowing that that'd be the one we draw. I thought I was going to discard, though. Did you not fuse it? That must have been what happened. Oh yeah, it wasn't fused. Okay, I thought we were still going to discard something. That's my bad. That's why I wanted to opt 2, so that we'd get the next 2 cards. with a bit more information in hand. That's okay. Well, we'll still risk the Shadow Blazafet. We'll still risk it. Oh, wait a second. Wait, Robin, you're running Constellus. What's going on here? What's your excuse? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Robin. Uh-oh. We could also just quick rematch it. Let's just rematch it real quick. How do you have to concede then rematch? Who hosted it? That's whatever. My Levia cards come in next week, but I don't own an Iyslander. In this list, which blue can make good substitute? A second Reckless is fine. A second Reckless is... it's about as greedy as Iyslander. It has less synergy than running the Iyslander in your list. Okay, we cut 2 7s because we wanted to keep Rouse at least as like a blue pitch card, but now it hurts. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Alright, we're just going to restart this game. I think... Yeah. Let's rematch. There we go. And that opening was okay too, but it's alright. Now we can actually fix the decision on sideboard there. Maybe it's one... It could be a Graveling and a Hungering. I don't hate that. A Graveling and a Hungering seem okay. Better than the Hungering Slaughter Beast. Sure. Sure. That seems fine. Ready. Yeah, you can go for some other blues. There's nothing wrong with like Convulsions. Oh wow, we saw this again in the opening hand. That's pretty nuts. Convulsions in late game, just next to a blue and a Graveling, is like, 8-7 dominate. That's pretty good. Oh, and Robin opens with another Aether. No reveal. Okay, I mean, that's still fine. They leak a little bit of damage there, but we don't hate this. We could have also actually just pitched double yellow. That was better. Hold on. Wait, for testing purposes. We are going to pitch here and here. Yeah. That is better. Because I don't want to discard either of those to the Shadow of Blazafet. Okay, Rouse, not live. All we'll do is, I guess, pull out Deep Rooted Evil early. Come in for 6. We discard a Deadwood Rumbler, that's fine. We get to Arsenal the Boneyard, keep a blue in hand. Seems good. This is very similar to last game already. Put this here. Okay. This is looking a-okay with us. We're going to take the 7. No biggie. Oh, that's actually maybe not right in this, because we're not running Double Claw. Ooh, that's true. Since we don't have Double Claw, we actually don't have that much to sink resources into. That's okay. We'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens, I guess. We should have blocked with this. We discarded a Mark of the Beast. Oh, wow. Alright, we got lucky, actually. Because now we just get to claw into Graveling. Or if we get a Frostbite out of it, I guess we'll just Boneyard. If we get 2 Frostbites out of it, if it's a CLF or something, then we'll just Graveling, no claw. A lot of options now. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, luckily, look, if you don't have an eye, do not sweat it. It is marginal upgrade. But if you own one, you should play it. The Opt 2 is just as good as, like, the Art of War, the Blood Rush, the Draw Discards. Like, it just lets you dig closer to your next power card. On top of that, there's obvious synergy in the draw discards, which I promise you, my spoiler card cares about. I promise you. Draw discards are not going away. Okay, well, now we get pretty greedy about it. They didn't reveal anything. But at least if we do this, we've already turned off Blood Debt. If it's just one Frostbite, then we can just go into the Boneyard, close the chain, send Pulping to the grave, throw Boneyard. If it's not, which it kind of looks like it isn't anything that makes Frostbites, otherwise they should have done it then. Then we just get the Graveling off here for free, which is cool. Definitely being greedy with it. Okay, it is the Aether Hill. It is the Aether Hill. This is okay. Oh, actually, you know what we could have done? Oh, I didn't even think about that. We had the Deep-Rooted Evil and Banish. Oh, wow. I think we should have just played directly into that. That's okay. This is okay. The other funny thing that's happening is we are ramping Blood Debt to pretty much the point where as soon as we see Blasphemfet, we can cast him. It's definitely scary for this next turn, though. This next turn is a little frightening. Back on Savage Feast, just one Savage Feast, and I don't love it, but as a one-of, it's hard to hate it. As a one-of, it'll come up, and if you really feel like playing for it, arsenal it. If you don't, then just block with it, and you never have to deal with that decision point again. So as a one-of, it's fine. Maybe that was too greedy all around. We could have just thrown the Graveling Growl. Less damage. Less damage, but better for our graveyard. Okay, nice. Nice. This is actually really good. This is the kind of pressure hand we want after okay, even the discard here isn't bad. Sure, I'll take the discard. We can do that. I'm fine with it. It actually was way better to have more in hand though. That's okay. That's okay. Having the one more in hand opened us up to just playing one after the other. Which we can no longer do, but that's okay. We discarded a... Oh gosh, we discarded a Blue Dread Screamer though. After pitching a Blue Dread Screamer, we discarded a Blue Dread Screamer. That is not good. That definitely starts looking worse. So now we do hope that they throw Arcane into us so we can actually soak it. Because without Crown, arseling the Wrecker is awful. It's the worst thing you can do. Yeah, so actually we just don't get to do that. Crazy. Yes, we're skipping Arsenal. I know, it sucks. Don't remind me, game. Alright. Yep, we can block that. The Savage Feast and Arsenal is actually pretty good because we have hooves, so we can force it on a Beast Within turn. We'll get to just return with the Endless Maw before they can respond. That's fine. Yes, in that scenario, it actually should have been the Pulping over the Wild Ride. Because they do run defense reactions. Oh, I thought we'd seen a defense reaction. Because I thought they were running defense reactions, I kept the Wild Ride over the Pulping. But in that scenario, Pulping was better than Wild Ride because it would still force 2 cards. So yeah, should have been Pulping. But this is cool. We won't run into another issue with the graveyard again. Shouldn't, at least. Yeah, that pulping turn though, discarding Mark the Beast should have just been instant Deep-Rooted Evil. That should have been the play. Alright, so 2 minor mistakes so far. That's good. We hadn't seen this matchup in a long time. So I'm glad we're seeing it now. We are definitely eating this 3 damage though. Off of the Tunic Waning Moon, that's for sure. Actually, it's going to line up really poorly for us because if they Coronet Peak, then we can't respond with Tunic. Yep, here comes that. Waning Moon. We gotta eat it. Alright, we drew another blue, but yikes. We're not looking at a lot of options this hand, that's for sure. Especially not if they actually throw arcane damage at us. Arcane damage at us is not fair right now. Come on. Hold up. Hold up. If it was an attack, we'd really appreciate that, but it's not. So most we can really do is just prevent pretty much one. Try to run in with another Endless Maw here. Oof. Not good. Yeah, so Michael Hamilton does not run Freezing Point, just as a note. One of the differences we're seeing. Okay. If we assume every Iyslander these days is running some attacks, at least some, like Robin said, she cut some of the attacks in Iyslander. But if it's still something like E-Strike and Findles at least, then Husk is probably better than Tunic, even with light attacks in the deck. Because Tunic might not do anything. In situations like this, with a CLF sticking, Tunic is so rough. We needed it to protect us from that one Coronet Peak turn, but they played it well, and, you know, we're ahead of the trade on that front. Like, if we go first, Tunic is better. Maybe that's the difference. If we go first, we take Tunic. If we go second, we take Husk. That actually could be the difference. I could see that. I could see that. Alright, they are running defense reactions. Cool. Alright, it only comes in for 7 though. Haha, got him. Got him. Alright, well, I really hope that this is what we can make our turn. Just Wild Ride Pitch here, discard Beast Within, pop off. Taking 6 though down to 9 pretty much means we're at risk of the right hand with Stormstriders just always ending the game, which is absolutely terrifying. But it's what we have to try to go for. Yeah, so already we can see Husk infinitely better going second here. It would have protected us, protected all this life right here. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Let's also consider the Hooves of the Shadow Beast here. If we miss on this discard, of course, it's, you know, worse than you can possibly imagine. Okay. Wow, we took 3 life from that Beast Within. Well, if we weren't dead before, we are likely dead now because we drew 0 resources. So, yeah, this is looking pretty over. Looking pretty over. That was a Blood Rush, Art of War Banish. Thank you, Beast Within. Oh, yeah, this is so very over. So very over. That's a valuable lesson learned, though. Husk versus Tunic. But Lantern was better than the Goliath there. Or Lantern was better than Northern Gloves. Still. Oh my god, what am I saying? Yeah, Lantern, yes. Because if there is a way for us to try to flip this game and present lethal, it's going to be off the back of the Goliath pivot here, which I guess we'll go for. Oh man, as soon as we leave just this in hand, we are going to die, is the only issue. But we have to pretend. Like, we can all of a sudden make this lethal in theory. Swing big here. I don't want to do it. Maybe we should have actually cracked the hooves. Yeah, if we'd cracked the hooves, then in theory, if there is no ice, we could have Tunic for Savage Feast right after. Huh. Yeah, I guess that is a bit better. We can also pretend that if we Dread Screamer here, and they don't have an ice still, we can Tunic for Swing Big. I think they're just waiting for us to not have floating and we die, though. So, we're just gonna do this. I mean, just with the resource cards in hand, there's just no way we survive. Just no way. As long as they can even Moon here, we take 1, go to 5. Because we'll be able to Tunic and pitch the red. Oh, it's so scary. Huh. Yeah, that's woman in chat. Don't mind her, by the way. She just wants me to come to bed. So she's gonna spam everything she can to get me to stop playing. Oh, that was so sketch. That was so sketch. And we have no room anymore to even... Yeah, the Hooves Feast. Yeah, I mean, I guess this isn't an ice card. So we honestly should have just gone for it. It's true. Should have just gone for it. Because it looks like their hand actually just had no damage to actually stack Stormstriders. So... Okay, the other option actually is respond with Art of War on this attack. Use the Tunic. Hold up a second. Let's undo. I want to just think that line over 1 second. So we can respond with Tunic to play Art of War, say banish to draw, defend from Arsenal. That could be a thing. Then we're able to block 3 with Savage Feast, not super relevant right here. With 1 more card, then we can still pretend that Blood Rush pulls through. I think we're going to try that. Alright. Art of War, we're going to say banish to draw and defend from Arsenal. We unfortunately have to get rid of the Swing Big here. I mean, that's playable, I guess. It's not great. So we block with Tunic, we block with this, and we can block with a Blood Rush and pretend. But if we take this 3, we just will die. I think it has to be... Ugh. It has to be this. It has to be this. This is so bad. We can't just go to 3. Alright. if they can kill us, they can kill us. I mean, we just... Oh, actually, do we even have to go for this, though? We could have instead tried to just do Blood Rush into Deep Rooted Evil for 12. 12 doesn't win, though. Eh. But this doesn't win either, I guess, to be fair. Yeah, so it is just over. Yeah, it's just over. So yeah, we should have tried for the Deep Rooted, because we actually had Deep Rooted in play. Or in Banish. GG's. Alright. Wait. One more. I do want to try Husk instead of Tunic, though. Rematch. Oh, you DC'd already? Come on. That's alright. It's late? Alright, that's fine. It's probably bedtime regardless. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can run Tunic anymore into Iyslander. The attack version is too scary. I mean, their 2-card hands for 8 are almost Endless Maw. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I don't think we can do Tunic anymore. So if that's the case, then why do we even run Tunic? It would just be for Kano? Alright, there's some things to change, I guess. Some things to change. Attack Iyslander just seems like the more prevalent and the better Iyslander. And we do need to worry about Bravo as well. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board, edit some things, see what happens over the weekend. Either good things or bad things, but thanks for sticking around. That's going to be the stream today. Bit of a try-hard mode, and not even for a good record in the end. And not even with perfect play. Some mistakes for sure, but all learning moments. So that'll be it. I will catch you guys next week. Maybe a stream over the weekend with Clash. Don't quite know. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.